Oh, I'm down here.
Oh, hello. What's up, everybody? I was like, "Where is Kat? We have to get our perfect photo entrance."
You said in front of Beaver
Well,
Temple,
you
so
weren't there like 10 seconds ago. Anyway, what's up, everybody? How's it going?
yeah, hey,
Good to see you. What's up, Crypto Ducky? By the way, Crypto Ducky, I just have to ask. I don't want to go on too much of a tangent, but how was PoE? Hope you enjoyed your initial dive into it. I know it's a lot, but it's Path of Exile for anybody who doesn't know. But yeah, how are you today, Kat?
I'm doing good. I'm still working on bees.
Yeah, so like right before stream, I realized that the Certus bee, the coveted Certus bee we'd been talking about, was ignoble, and I was like, and we have no drones up it.
Yeah,
So I was
because it's
like,
a
oh,
one times fertility.
right, which is super annoying. So yeah, we gotta fix that ASAP because be using that Certus a whole lot. So
Yeah.
glad I
Well, we
caught
also found out last night I need to make the other Certus because we have a higher chance of getting the Certus comb.
Yeah, it's like a 15% chance instead of like an 8% chance. However, if we just scale up this Certus bee, I think it'll be fine. Because actually, this Certus bee, the more I thought about it, the more I thought about, like, you know, it's giving you the crystals, which means it's a more flexible thing. So if we need the dust,
Yeah.
we can macerate the crystals. If we need the crystals, well, there they are, right? So,
Well, all right then.
yo, Diddy, what's up?
Hey, Diddy.
Hello, hello. Come on in, everybody. Yeah, we're just getting started here. Starting with the bees, per usual. We're fixing the Certus bee. And, oh, Kat, I do want you to come with me real quick.
Okay.
Because we have a big decision to make today.
Oh, boy.
Diddy, hope the rest of your stream went well. For anybody who doesn't know, on the Hive, they just got Fusion today.
Oh, congrats.
So, pretty big. Pretty big. Okay, so, big day today. As the title says, we are going to put the quantum ring here. Get the main network sent over here. So,
right.
I think you were saying, like, somewhere right around here?
Yeah,
right?
somewhere over here I think would be good because we've got like all of our processing stuff is going to be over here.
Okay. I still kind of want to be close to this main area because we want to link up to that. Yes, all good.
No,
Got a raid and dash. Have a good stream. Hey, appreciate it again. Have a good night.
Night,
Take it easy.
Diddy.
So what if we did, like, actually, I think I could do this horizontally.
Oops.
But what if we put it like right there?
I think that'll be fine.
Okay. And then we could have actually, how do you do this? Dude, I've only done the quantum blink one other time, so I totally don't remember. I guess you do it from the side here. Yeah, that seems right. So what's going to happen is we're going to have red network and then let's see. So the red network is actually the subnet with the P2Ps and stuff. So we actually need to...
Why don't we make our main line like yellow? I know you were asking me that earlier.
Yeah, for the B stuff. Yeah, I mean, it kind of is thematic. Is that going to be too much yellow in the base if everything...
Well,
all the cables yellow?
I will probably be changing some things up here with how this stuff looks. Over time. I was just trying to throw crap up to try and give us some kind of walls and structure.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like the way the rooms are divided up here, so. Let's see.
Do you need anything else from me down here? Or can I go back to
No, I just wanted to kind of figure out this important thing. And yeah, I'll just start painting the other cables yellow.
Okay, cool. You go get back to work.
Okay, back to work. Back to the bees. Yeah, meanwhile, I'm going to get this quantum link up and running, hopefully. Again, it's been a while since I've done this. And we were kind of waiting until now because now we have the energy. It's like going to be 2,000 EU per tick, I think. On both ends combined. Just to run this thing. And I think, yeah, we should be good. Let's see here. We'll run it like that. Okay. So I need to go to the overworld. And here's our red network, our subnet. This needs an overhaul. big time. Like, since we have the energy to spare, I think it's probably time pretty soon for me to do a rewire and get like a proper main controller cube going, because this is just a disaster.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of pasting in things as I go. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there is one other thing that we're going to need. There is a quest as well. Actually, I totally need to... I need to hold all this stuff in my inventory at the proper time. So let me take this back just temporarily. Yeah, let's follow the quest. So... let's see. Quest wants us to... Can you explain the P2P? Ooh, I don't know if I'm very good at explaining it, but essentially it's like a delivery system for channels. So each of these P2Ps that are on the red network are able to transport 32 channels off of the main network. So you know how like each face of an ME controller can do 32 channels? Well, it's like you put a P2P here instead, and then you connect that to this other separate controller, which is part of the red network instead. And the red network acts as a delivery system for your 32 channels each. And so you use this advanced memory card to kind of link things up. You can name each P2P something different, so you can kind of organize things. And you can, you know, search for them on here. I don't know if there's any other implementation of applied energistics in any other mod pack that has the advanced memory card like this. It's from Better P2P mod. Maybe it's in a couple other mod packs, I'm not sure. I've only seen it in GTNH. And the interface on this thing is fantastic. They overhauled this, I want to say, in 2.4, like 2 updates ago. It's so good. I hate rewiring things, especially with all the P2Ps. That's why I'm 90% certain my UEV base would give most Gregtechers a heart attack. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you want to go all the way in this mod pack, you've got to do P2P subnet. I don't think there's any getting around it. You just need so many channels. It's crazy. But yeah, let's look at our quests real quick. We want to make sure to get these complete. That was a solid explanation. Advanced memory is definitely a GTNH special item. Oh yeah, absolutely. For doing things like fluid P2P as well, which I've been utilizing quite a bit in the base, although less so now. But the nice thing about fluid P2P, by the way, is it's cheaper initially than doing like the storage buses and the export fluid stuff. Let's see. So what do we need here? Okay, we've already got singularities. Actually, we've had a ton of these making. If anybody doesn't know, I think it was Riyadh who reminded me of this. But if you're trying to make singularities and you're trying to look for an item to use, you can actually just export water droplets from the fluid discretizer. And obviously this is very easy to get, just 1 millibucket. And you can just have that sent into your matter condenser, and you just make basically free singularities. Yeah, this method is freaking awesome. A little broken, but I'm not going to complain. Also helpful for stuff you don't want it clogging up your main net. Yeah, and I like utilizing subnets for things like ore processing, and then we've got, you know, a different subnet for the bees and other stuff. And then you can just have those networks act as a slave to your main network with the interface and storage bus combo. Okay, so we need to make tiny TNT. Okay. It wants one of those. I think it said... It's been a long time since I made this. Yeah, I think you just put it in the centrifuge, right? What's up, Blue Canary? How's it going? Always make them water or cobble. Yeah, cobble's good too. The nice thing about the water, though, is it generates much quicker than the cobble will. It's much less work. Oh, hello, Nova. Slowly working on that, separating networks. Just need to get those HV buffer dynamo hatches done and wire up power. Oh, it sounds like you're pretty close. That's good. As long as you don't need to request something from the network, I try to put it on its own subnet separate from my main net. Now, the one thing that I have heard... Oh, here we go. So the one thing I have heard is that if you get too many subnets off of your main network, you can actually run into some like weird lag problems. Is that right? Oh yeah, by the way, I finally lit up this place. This is our ore processing area, which we were working on last stream. And still a work in progress. We'll work on this more today. I don't know if we'll finish it, but we'll see what happens. I think it was like, I read somewhere it's like if you get 40 or 50 subnets, things start to kind of go wrong. I mean, that's a lot of subnets, but also that's not as hard to do as you might think, right? Oh, we need ender dust. Ooh, okay. Rock breaker is fast. Yeah, not as fast as the droplets, though. Suffering Botania automation today. Oh, gosh. No, I love Botania. It definitely bends your brain a little bit sometimes, but... Also, hello, Greg. Ender pearl dust, is that what we're looking for? Yeah. Okay, just need one of that, and apparently just one of the tiny TNT. Okay. What are you talking about? Botania is fun to automate. Yeah, exactly. I had a lot of fun with the Illumina farm that I did with Botania. That was really cool. Let's take off our magnet ring temporarily while we're doing this. Okay. Use an explosion. Tiny TNT works as well. Wait. Oh, that didn't work. Okay. Can I right click this? No, I'm gonna need a lever, I guess. Or a button or something. How does redstone work? There we go. Did that actually do it? Oh, it did. Hey. Nice. Depends on how you're automating it. Automating it with purely Botania. Oh, no, not purely Botania. That sounds cringe. Yeah, no thanks. A blood magic ritual for lava, but now I need to figure out how to move that stupid lava. Because if flower is near it, it will just eat lava each tick. Oh, that sounds really annoying. I've never done that ritual for lava before. It sounds like a good idea, though. I know Kat and I need like a good source of lava long term. For like your whatchamacallit? Your acclimatizers, Kat?
Well, did you not see what I did? Or do you not remember what I did?
I mean, I don't remember how you're getting the lava. I thought you were getting it from like the pump in the nether.
Yes, but I've got it set up to a ender tank.
Oh, okay.
So it's just constantly pulling.
Not quite infinite, but that's pretty good. Yeah. No, I totally missed when you did that. That's awesome.
So how do I remove the egg again? Do I have to hit it with the vanilla sword?
I think you... Oh, God. Is it like shift left click with the vanilla sword or something like that? You could probably use the wooden one there. I think that's why we have it there.
Yeah, I think so too.
Hey, nice.
I'd have been really upset if it went in that fire.
Yeah, if that burned up, that would be a bad time.
I would have been really, really sad.
Okay, I got my dinner so my family won't yell at me. The creeper trophy is better than many. Oh, yeah, we do have that creeper trophy. I forgot about that. We used to scare each other with that creeper trophy.
Yeah,
all the time back in the day. Good times. Oh, and who could get the gas trophy?
Yeah, I really hated that one.
That was a good one. All right, so we got our 2 quantum entangled singularities, and then, yep, it completed the other quest. Nice. Okay. So let's come back down here. And get this going again. Okay. Right. Do I just right click this in here? Oh, it's got an inventory. Okay. Cool. Okay. Go to the other end. I'm like reteaching myself how to how to do this. Really simple, 5 blocks, and it makes a lava source for 500 LP each. Oh, that's pretty decent. I like that. The flower should emit a redstone on cooldown. Yeah, to a block placer or breaker to block the lava source. That makes sense. Diddy says, Cat, if you have access to blaze rods, that's better than lava. Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
We do have, so we didn't for a long time, but we do have the crop now.
Yeah. So that's why I was fussing with the lava, because we didn't have a good access to that for the longest time.
Yeah, good call.
But yeah, we can totally change that up now. Thank you, Diddy.
Yeah, those are much, much better. I think I even learned that in your B video. So thanks for teaching us again. Okay, so do I need to do anything else? Did this kickstart? Let's see if I can see the... No. I can't see the other P2Ps on the network. Maybe it's just going to take a minute. Do I have to do something else to this to like jumpstart it? Or will it just work?
Power to first. You need to power it first to kickstart it.
Oh, really?
Is it on an energy cell?
Oh.
Thank you, Diddy.
Wait. Do energy cells retain their inventory? Like if I take one of these, that's full. No, it doesn't. That sucks. Oh, shift left click with a wrench. Oh. I would have never tried that. Thank you all. Okay. But then I assume that, you know, once things are jump started, it should be fine from that point forward. Oops. Let's see. I'll just put it right here, I guess. Okay. Oh. Got power now. Missing channel. Hopefully that'll fix itself in a second. Oh, there we go. Nice. All right. We are connected, which also means it'll pull power from the network unless your network runs out of power. Oh yeah, I gave the power access to like up to, I think, 1 full amp of LUV, which is way overkill right now. That's good to know. And that makes sense. So we want ME wireless access point. And then we want some booster cards, and we'll actually, how many can you put in this? Can you put like 16? Ooh, ender pearl plate. Encode this real quick. Setting machine. And block of ender pearl. Okay. There we go. Let's see. We should be able to craft that now. Good. We're just waiting on our booster cards. So, what are you getting into right now, Kat?
I'm working on that Certus B.
Ah, nice. Good. I appreciate you doing that.
You're welcome.
Certus is like one of the big lifebloods of our base.
Mm-hmm.
Although hopefully I'll be getting a lot of it in the future once I start mining again. Oh, booster quest. Okay, sure. Can I connect this directly to dense cable? Looks like I can. Okay. Great. Okay, we got an 80-meter range. Let's come all the way like out here. Hey, Cat.
Yeah.
Try your wireless terminal.
Oh, snap.
Oh, yeah. It's an 80-meter
was.
range from down there. So you'll probably find some place. And then we also got our final LGTs up. These are probably going to be like our final ones that we ever make, because there's no point in doing this anymore. Might as well just make XL gas turbines from this point forward. I just wanted this room to look symmetrical and nice. This is lava earned from Thaumcraft. Fill pipes. Huh. Just don't drop an empowering B in an IA with anything above an LUV acceleration upgrade. Wait, what happens if you do that? Now I'm curious. Sounds like a bad idea. But... so yeah, we finally got this. We've got about 100,000 EU per tick, which is great. If we do an XL, I think you get like a full amp of ZPM, if I recall correctly. So like 131,000 roughly. And that'll be the next thing that we do over here. Oh, I did also... I changed all of our EV capacitors in here to IV capacitors in the LSC. So we've literally like multiplied our power storage by 10.
Nice.
So right now it doesn't kick on until we get to 5 billion EU. And that way these aren't like stopping and starting all the time, so we don't lose efficiency with the turbine ramp up time. You max out your node aspects and it whites out your entire screen when you get near. Oh, well, that sounds fun. Yeah, that's no good. Now I did come on earlier this afternoon and found a couple problems in the base. It was actually a bit dire. First of all, we were basically out of Titan, or sorry, not Titan, titanium. Yeah, we were completely out of titanium, and we didn't even have any phthalic acid to process the combs either, because we had like 6,000 or 7,000 titanium combs. So I did go ahead and go through the trouble of making the 4 LCRs to make phthalic acid. It's kind of a long time coming. I think I have this set to like 1 million liters, so it doesn't completely fill the super tank necessarily, but you know, it'll turn back on when it needs to. But yeah, this was like, the phthalic acid fills up remarkably fast. I was surprised. So then I processed titanium combs, and then we got dust, and then I just went ahead and cooked up about 1,000 in the EBF. That'll get us by for now. I'm kind of thinking like maybe we should get like a passive EBF or something where it like will passively do titanium dust, aluminium, etc. with like a level emitter. But then again, as soon as we get the Vulcanus, I know it's going to be much, much quicker to get the stuff on demand. So maybe it's not that big of a deal. I'm not sure. Just things to think about. The other huge problem that we had was we've been using so much, or making so much ammonia for our nitrobenzene that we completely ran out of hydrogen. And so the way I'd been making hydrogen until now is I was just electrolyzing, toluene, which was fine until we ran out of toluene completely, which is made by our main benzene distillation, but it's not making it all the time, obviously. So yeah, we were out of toluene, and then I switched to phenol just to kind of temporarily fix it. So it's still running off of phenol, but as a backup, I finally got the hydrogen methane loop. This thing that I've been talking about for probably 2.5 months, roughly, ever since I learned about it. So basically this thing will kick on. I think I have it set to 2 million liters. So whenever hydrogen gets lower than 2 million liters, this thing will kick on, and it'll consume carbon dust and energy just to get free hydrogen. Well, free in quotation marks. I think this thing kicks off at like 6 million hydrogen. So this is sort of like the bigger priority. And that's just because we want to keep making carbon dust for the time being. So I think we have like, yeah, 443,000, which is decent. That's fine. But I don't want to ever, like, we're in dire straits if we ever run out of this stuff. I don't know if we ever would, but yeah, I might switch up the priorities on this eventually, where the hydrogen loop takes precedence, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll watch things. Either way, hydrogen is solved, which means ammonia is solved, which is definitely a good thing for our upcoming plat line as well, which we should be making in the next, like, week or two. 1,3-dimethylbenzene has 0 uses other than electrolyzing. Well, the thing is, we're not making 1,3. We're making 1,2. So I'm running benzene and circuit 1 in the distillation tower. So we're making 1,2, and the reason we're making 1,2 is mainly for making the phthalic acid, because you do need 1,2 specifically for that. I think it's... Is it the final recipe? Yeah, it's the final recipe. 1,2-dimethylbenzene and oxygen. Yeah. Let's see. What did you link, Outcast? Oh, Imager is slow today. Oh, snap. Yeah, you're not kidding. Yeah. Everything turns completely white. Hold on. Yeah, it's pretty dire. How do you even fix that? Let's see. Was there anything else that we did? No, I think I was just mainly problem solving before the stream on that stuff. Let's go back to Beaver Temple. Dude, I hate how your I've complained about this before. I hate how the night vision on the Dark Helm turns off whenever you go between dimensions.
Yeah.
So stupid. I mean, I don't like having to use it anyway, but obviously I kind of have to use it down here. So. Oh, dude. Are you seeing this? The dense cable, when you color it yellow, it's like more orange than yellow. That's so weird.
Oh, that's really weird.
Yeah, I never noticed that before. I mean, that's fine. It's whatever.
That looks so retro.
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, with like the gray line in the middle too. Like,
uh-huh.
And then it's like kind of pink on the outside. Okay, I mean, whatever. It's fine.
That reminds me of my granddad's kitchen. When he was alive, he had this very 70s flowery wallpaper that were those colors.
Many design mistakes were made back in those days. Good ones as well, but many bad ones. Oh God, I've got to... Here. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to color every little bit of this right now necessarily, but kind of just the main lines down here so I can run the other network without running into too many problems. See, this is why the glass cable looks better than the covered cable. See, that's a nice... It's just yellow. Beautiful. Where are my glass cable enjoyers? I know you're out there. Quantum goggles of revealing have excellent night vision. Yeah. The reason that we use the dark helm stuff more than anything else is, or the dark armor, is for because you get the apiarist benefit out of it as well, and especially for what Cat does. That's really good. And the other thing that's nice about the dark helm night vision implementation is it does not consume energy to use, which, you know, depending if you're even worried about that, maybe there's no need to be worried about it, but I still think that's cool. It's got its pros and cons. I think that'll do for now. Yeah, I got most of the cable down here colored yellow. Good. Okay. So we got our wireless access point. What is the next thing that we want to do? Were you going to do the LCR centrifuge redesign today, or at least start on it today, or is that a low priority, Kat? Kat?
Oh, sorry.
Hello?
Did you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I had to mute it because Danny woke up from her nap and was eyeing the microphone. I thought she was going to rub all over it. So I was trying to mute it so no one would hear all that racket.
Okay, no, I mean, I know you weren't listening. It's okay. You don't have to make excuses.
I was totally listening. What I was saying that you didn't hear was my first priority is the Certus bees, and I'm still working on those. But once those are done, I'll probably work on the centrifuges.
Just let me know if you ever get around to the LCR today. If not, no big deal. But if you do, then I can run cable to provide it fluid, like the fluids that it needs.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I guess the next thing that we should do is connect up the B network to the main network via like an interface storage bus combo. I think that would be good. So go ahead and start running this over here. Let's go ahead and request an ME storage bus and an interface. Okay. So we'll run this over here like so. Dragon backpack is 1000% worth it. Wait. I forget what that does. Someone was telling us about that a long time ago. What?
I was like, yeah, what does that do?
I don't remember. It's like the adventure backpack. Like the Pigman backpack that we have.
I got through that much.
Oh, okay. I love my Pigman backpack.
Yeah, I love that we don't catch on fire, which is really handy around my flammable bees.
Yeah, right. Just catches the bats on fire.
Yes.
Although, would it catch you on fire because you have your apiarist stuff on?
I don't know. Well, yeah, I think so, because still shooting off fire. It's like, it's not a bee coming to attack me. It's fire shooting out from the thing and catches things nearby on fire.
Right.
It's just like the meteor bee. That's an effect that comes off from that bee. And so in the end, I've got all that fire everywhere from the meteor effect.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, so if I go stand in that right now, I won't catch on fire. But if I take off my Pigman backpack, I probably will.
So it does permit that though. Okay, that makes sense. Big backpack plus night vision. Oh, okay, that's right. I do recall that now.
Oh, that is pretty nice. Bless you, baby.
Ooh, thank you. Yeah, we talked about that a long time ago. I want to say like 3 or 4 months ago. Oh yeah, I do remember there being a quest as well. Yeah, it's right here. Oh, strength and regen as well. Cool. Yeah, I mean, if you got dragon eggs to spare, then yeah. Okay, there is our storage bus. Just need an ME interface. All right, there we go. So ME interface is part of the, oh God, just bridge the networks. Great. Did not mean to do that. Okay. Yeah, storage bus on this side. We're going to do extract only. And I think we set the priority on this like super low so that it pulls whatever we're demanding from the B network before it pulls from the main network. Although you could argue we could do a higher priority as well, just so we unclog the main network. I don't know. I'll just keep it like this for now. Maybe we change it eventually. Yeah, what's up, Solarius? Thank you for the bits. Hello, hello. I like that emo too. It's cool. How are you doing today? Extract only. Yes. Once you have the draconic bee making dragon eggs is trivial. Yeah. I do remember looking at that before. It's like you take the stuff that the draconic bee produces and then you do like what? Arcane infusion? Yeah, the dust turns into chunks, and then yeah, but that was essence of false life, which is, this is probably really trivial for us to make at this point. But yeah, that's how you've been making all those dragon eggs, huh? Okay, so let's look at our main network, and yep, there's the beeswax, and what else? Polis, etc. That's nice. Okay, so really at this point I had this before we had the quantum link, I did have an interface where I was sending these various things to our main network. This is kind of not even just kind of, this is completely unnecessary now, so we can actually get rid of that completely. And we can pop all that back in the main network. Peachy, how about you? Yeah, we're doing great. Yeah, last stream we were working on ore processing, which I intend to get back to today. But we're making a little detour here in the Biva dimension, and since we have energy to spare now, I set up this quantum link just now. So we've got our main network to mess around with. Yellow network is now our official B network, by the way.
Awesome.
Get it? Yeah. But now we can use our wireless terminal over here. Now we can have the main network see everything that's on the B network storage, which is really good. Something we might want to do in the future, and I was talking to Kat about this a little bit, is we might want to start setting up super chests possibly for some items. Especially things like beeswax, where, you know, maybe we don't need more than 4 million of that and we could just void the rest. Super chest would be a great way to do that. And, you know, we can always just put more drives in as well. We can make 64Ks actually relatively easily at this point. So we might replace these 16Ks with 64. Yeah, I think we're putting beeswax on an ME. Yeah, block container cell, which these only hold it. The thing that makes super chest better than this is the super chest will hold 4 million instead of the 1 million on this. And then also it'll void excess. Whereas this, once this fills up, it's just going to start populating the other drives. So, eh. But we got a little time to figure that out. The numbers in our B storage are not too insane yet. But we did want to start planning for the future. So we're actually going to move this LCR and centrifuge ultimately, and we're going to make quads. So quad centrifuge here, quad LCR here. Now, unfortunately, we still have to keep using normal stocking input buses at the moment and just whitelist things as we go. But once we get to LUV, we can make the advanced stocking input bus, which would be really, really nice to have here. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else. Another thing we'll be able to do once we get that LCR running is we'll be able to take our main network and run it over there. And then we'll be able to provide it like hydrochloric acid, hydrofluoric acid, phthalic acid, anything else that we need. That'd be really nice. But yeah, feels good to find. I know we've been talking about that quantum link for some time as well, so feels good to finally get that set up. But yeah, don't forget about your ability to use your terminal over here. I know it takes some getting used to.
Oh no, I already used it. So.
Oh hell yeah, that's awesome.
It will very much come in handy. I'm working on. I've got the first Certus going. I'm about to make the second Certus.
Yeah, I did go and gather some Oblivion Bees, courtesy of Diddy's recommendation. So we got some more pristines.
Very nice. Thank you, Diddy.
Is this butterfly situation out of control yet? Or is
if you want to kill some, you can.
Well, but
it's not out of control yet.
Well, it would help if I didn't constantly miss. Your screws. It'd been a long time since I'd seen like a, hyperspeed butterfly transformation video. But I saw one on Twitter the other day and I was like, nature. Ah, yes. I forgot how cool that was. Dude. Did one of them have vengeance on them? What the heck just happened?
Really?
I took damage. Oh well. We're fine. Alrighty. So I got a couple things on the docket today. We got the quantum link, which is really good. Next obvious thing is just kind of go back to ore processing. I do need to fix methane. So what I want to do with that methane loop, right now the methane that's being made from like hydrogen and carbon dust is just getting sent back into this main part of it where it takes methane and distilled water to make hydrogen. But I think actually what I want to do is I want to have it go to main storage and then provide methane on the bottom like this. Because I'd forgotten this. But we actually need methane for... Where is it? For polytetrafluoroethylene. I had totally forgotten this.
That is such a mouthful.
I mean, that's just the beginning, right? Pretty soon we're going to be making polybenzimazole.
Oof, words.
Yeah, those are words, I guess. But yeah, I had totally forgotten we needed methane for the tetrafluoroethylene part. So no wonder this hasn't been making for a while. Although I think we're getting it slowly from, oil distillation. We're getting some. Not a lot, though. It's not really a reliable source. So honestly, we should probably just devote this LCR up here to making methane both for the loop and just in general to the base. In fact, I've talked enough about it. Let's just go ahead and fix that now. Might as well. Let's see. Let's do an input hatch. Export fluid bus. And yeah, we don't need a capacity card. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to need an output hatch. Grab the methane. And then we're going to want to limit the production of that because we don't want it to cache infinitely. So we use a wireless fluid detector cover and redstone receiver, machine controller cover, and we'll stop it at like, I don't know, like 1 million methane. That should be plenty. Let's see. These crafts are much, much quicker now that we've got plenty of titanium made. That was a big sticking point last stream. We were just like smelting titanium dust on demand, which pre-Vulcanus is not great. let's see. Yeah, just waiting on our covers so we can go ahead and get this going. Let's temporarily turn this off. We're going to need a little bit of extra space for ME cabling. Let's check. Oh yeah, we're not going to have enough channels. Thankfully, we do have more dense cable here. Let's... I think we're still good on channels over here, right? Yeah, 25. That's fine. Wait, is it? Hold on. Wait for these to come online. Okay, it still is 25. Okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Come underneath like this. And we'll just extend this all the way up. Okay. All right. So, yeah, before we had like output hatch, input hatch situation over here. Let's get rid of both of those. And then we'll do input hatch right here. Fluid export bus. This will be our input for methane.
Come on, Greg. Pleased to meet you. Do you love me? Are you playing your love game?
Old Greg has been summoned.
Oh boy.
Thank you so much for Old Greg. That's hilarious.
Don't you love me?
Do you love me? That is our Gregtech mascot. I don't know who Gregorius G is or Gregorius what's his name, but Old Greg is our Greg mascot. What else are we gonna put here? Yeah, we want to put our output hatch. Fill in both of those. I think that should do it. Oh. Yeah, input hatch, not output hatch. Oopsie. Okay, and that only uses 5,000 methane, so that's good. Need to find a way to get methane from cows. Wait, can you do that? No way. That should summon a random zombie somewhere in your base. So, long story short, I tried really hard to figure out how to get a spider to be summoned with channel points directly in front of Kat. Because she's an arachnophobe. And, you know, why not torture Kat, you know?
What a jerk!
Well, thankfully for Kat, I could not figure out how to do that. There's like a lot of there's like a lot of really cool ways to do that in like 1.12 Minecraft and later, but there's really I could not find anything in 1.7. There were some extremely convoluted methods, but I couldn't be asked at that point. But that thought definitely did cross my mind.
Well, I'm glad it was too much for you.
I'm sure you are.
What a jerk.
I mean, sure.
Now, his family loves picking on me about that. His mom will leave, like, she went to the dollar store and got these, like, spider-shaped confetti things and leaves them strategically around. So I think it's a spider somewhere. It's mean.
It's hilarious. 30,715. Let's do that. 30,715. And analog mode. Imagine if you could get it from the cows. I know, right? You should be able to. Do we have... Oh, we don't have a fluid storage for methane. Okay. Fix that. Let's also check our channels over here. I know I've been using one PDP for this whole wall here. Yeah, 23. We're fine. Should be good. We can go ahead and put our fluid detector cover in here. And this is, what do we say? 30,715. I always like using the second numeric code on these fluid cells. Just a good way to, just a good system to have. And yeah, we'll do 1 million and we'll do it inverted. And there's our storage bus. And boom.
All right, I've got the second Curtis going.
Nice.
So,
oh, that's awesome.
and I've got the electron tube stuff in there.
I'm very glad we didn't lose the Certus B. That would have been sad.
That would have been very, very sad.
Oh, I did add electron tubes to the explosive B in the nether. You know, you and I talked about that before.
Yeah, thank you for doing that.
Mm-hmm. All right, there we go. Oh, I finally got the fancy signs on AutoCraft as well. You ever want to use those?
Or what?
The
did you
fancy
say?
signs?
Oh yeah, I'm okay. I like the regular ones.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I've kind of grown to love the like flexibility, being able to like increase the font size on them and stuff. Oh, what is this? Whoa. Interesting.
So,
I mean, if it works, then that's cool. What's up, Kat?
I was curious what else we could use the Certus for. And if I mix it with the Skystone, it'll give us a Fluix, which will give us a 6% chance of Fluix crystal.
Yeah, I mean, Fluix would be awesome. Right now, I think we're making it through like a mixer recipe or something like that.
Yeah, well, wouldn't hurt to do.
No, not at all. Okay. For some reason, this is not making methane gas. No valid recipe found. Wait, we're out of hydrogen? No way.
What are we out of?
Oh, I think I understand why. I was out of hydrogen on the methane gas thing. I think what I need to do is I put a storage bus at like a really high priority on here, but if there's no new methane being made or like no new hydrogen being made, there won't be any more to go in there. So yeah, I think we switch this out for a fluid export bus. Some acceleration cards. Oh, forgot to put on my magnet ring back. There we go. I thought the storage bus idea would be good, but I didn't think about the fact that if no new hydrogen is made, this won't work. So. And 3 might be overkill. I'm not sure, but there we go. Okay, so now we're making methane gas in excess. So we'll always have some for the hydrogen loop, but then we'll also have plenty for tetrafluoroethylene. Perfect. Two Fluix bees, one sucks, the other is good. Ooh, let's look that up.
So which one would you rather have? One gives the Fluix dust, and the other gives a Fluix crystal.
I mean, this is kind of the same as the Certus question, because one is more flexible than the other, right? Because Fluix crystal, you can always just macerate into dust.
Yeah.
Whereas the dust, you really can't turn that back into crystal, as far as I know.
Yes,
anyway.
you can.
Oh,
if you've got
autoclave.
molten void. Distilled water.
Yeah, or you can do regular water too. But
yeah.
It's like a lower percentage chance. Those recipes are very awkward, though, to encode in applied energistics because of the percentage chance.
Okay.
Full crystal is better. Yeah, that's my thought as well. Yeah. So I think kind of like how we decided the current Certus bee is the superior one, just because of its flexibility with the crystal. I think the same is true for this Fluix. Now, is this the Fluix that you had gotten?
Yeah.
Oh,
this
perfect.
This is the one
there we
got,
go.
So. We good.
Comb is 15%, and 25% to get dust. Wait, 25% to get dust. Oh. Oh, you're right. Oh, yeah, that's way worse than the... At least with the Certus quartz comb, you can actually put it in the LCR with hydrochloric acid, and you get a guaranteed dust.
Mm-hmm.
This one, yeah, you just centrifuge, and it only gets you 25% chance. That's crazy. Yeah, that's really bad. Yeah, we were kind of debating whether this Certus was better with the 8% chance crystal or this one with the 15% chance comb. But the nice thing about this comb is you can get a guaranteed purified ore out of it. But I still think I like the crystal better because of its flexibility. And you can just scale these up. Full crystal is better. Yeah, yeah.
Yaski says, I like wasting power in centrifuges on Fluix combs.
Oh, didn't see you there, Yaski. What's up? Well, you know, whatever you enjoy. All right, so we fixed methane. One of the things I was going to do was, you know, we're still using a single block macerator in auto crafting in the base. And I thought, well, it's kind of time to get that maceration stack. And then I remembered, well, we need one for ore processing too. So might as well make two of these. Let's get into it. It's been a long time since I made one of these. I guess we'll encode the controller. Wait, aren't there two different versions of this? Am I crazy? In IV, you can upgrade the multi to be much better with an upgrade chip. Oh, I remember this now. Okay. Well, actually, I mean, we should be able to make that. Maceration chip upgrade. Yeah, I remember because we could have... Oh, here it is. You need 4 IV macerators. Oh, you need a ZPM circuit. Oh, okay, we can't make that quite yet. That's okay. Yeah, autoclave stupid. Yeah. Are you getting your Britannia stuff working, Greg? Nice. You also need to upgrade the structure. Really? What else do you need to do to it? It says stable titanium casings before upgrade. Oh, maceration stack casings. Oh, I see. Palladium. Okay, we need platline to do that too. Okay. So we're not in a rush to get the upgraded one. This one should be fine, regardless. Yeah, let's get this encoded. Yeah, after we do Platline, I definitely want to think about getting our Tier 3 rocket. Platline is probably going to get started late next week, if I had to guess. It's kind of crazy to think how far we've come with that.
That is incredibly crazy to think about.
Oops. Nano processors. Let's get this one in as well. Okay. So 2 controllers. Oh, we need 8 diamond grinding heads. Okay. Is that the right dust? Diamond dust? No. I think we want to use this, right? Hopefully that's right. Let's give it a shot. Okay, what else do we need? Good thing I smelted that titanium, because we need 26 stable titanium casings each. We do have these on Autocraft. Let's make 51, 416 titanium. Ooh, that's most of our stockpile. Let's go ahead and start making more titanium. That went away quickly. By the way, Kat, do you have titanium be over in that dimension, or are we still using it?
We're still using it in the overworld.
That's what I thought. Kind of weird. I mean, it's been working, but
I don't remember. I think, doesn't that one need to be broken down with
phthalic acid?
Yeah, that's why we have it over there.
Mm-hmm. But now we're making phthalic acid, so we can send that to the B dimension. So we can move this titanium B to the B dimension anytime you want.
That'll be really cool. Yeah,
same with the salt.
Trying to start gathering things for the centrifuge and the LCR stuff.
Oh, we actually ran out of power over here.
God.
For the electrical stimulators for the titanium. Or the salt, rather.
Oh,
Savages are out. Oh, I gotta go check that out. Final Fantasy 14, for anybody who doesn't know that. They're like the hard mode raids, essentially.
But you don't play Savage.
No, but I'm very curious. Like, I like watching and like checking out like the different tactics. I just don't like doing it myself. That's all.
I got to do my first Savage with Uyange a couple weeks ago?
Or like a month ago or something.
Yeah, I'm
it was
so
like
bad
for
at keeping up with time.
It was an old Savage, but still.
It was still cool.
Hard, yeah. Let's see. Extreme, but yeah. No, I thought you all did Omega, the final Omega raid Savage for the mount.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, O12S. Yeah. Let's see. 1, 2 EV energy hatches for this. I guess we'll do HV input buses. Oh yeah, this is the weird one that needs like an output bus on like every layer.
Hey, so for these new the centrifuge multi-block that I'm working on, the big one, what should I do for the energy level? Should I do it at EV?
Well, I'd still do HV at this point. We do have HV energy hatches already in the system, so that should be easy for you. The reason is because the EV gas turbines are significantly less efficient. So we kind of want to wait on EV or later power until we like get separate power generation over in the B dimension. You know how I talked about doing a separate XL gas turbine over there eventually?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, what's up, Volance? How's it going?
Hey, Volance.
Remember, Extreme didn't fill, so we did. Yeah, oh yeah, you're having trouble doing some Extreme. I forget which one it was, but yeah. But yeah, good news, Volance. We got the Biva dimension hooked up via quantum link to the main dimension, so I can see beeswax over there, for example. Nice, so we don't have to send stuff to the main network anymore. We can just keep it over there. Oh, Titania. Yeah, that's right.
I thought that was the one, but I couldn't remember 100%.
And then right now I'm just working on making our first maceration stack. Actually making 2 of these. One for auto crafting and one for ore processing. According to Wiki, Lily makes 18k mana, but mine seems to be making less. I got 8, so it should be 144k per cycle. Hey, which Lily is it?
The Ender Lily?
Would it be the Thermal Lily? With lava? I wasn't following all of the Botania talk earlier. Probably Thermal Lily. Yeah, maybe that's like a really good way of generating mana. We're still generating it from what are those things called that do the charcoal?
Yeah, I don't remember. Endoflame.
Endoflame, thank you. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Oh, there's our 2 maceration stacks. Bulk smash. So our 2 EV energy hatches. We do need to do output buses. So I have a question for anybody who's familiar with the maceration stack. If I want to use an output bus ME, how do I make that work with the maceration stack? Because isn't stuff outputting via all the output buses that are like required for the multi-block to form? Is it even possible to use output bus ME on this? You need muffler hatches. Probably just put it on the lowest output bus. Okay. I'll try that. On the bottom layer, the rest are ULV ones. Gotcha. Gotcha. Thank you all. Oh, give that a whirl. Sounds good. I definitely prefer using the ME buses and hatches wherever possible. Especially with that new update looming, that's going to nerf them. Wait, how tall is this thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 8 output bus LUVs. Ooh. Also need all of this garbage. Okay. You okay?
I just hate that noise.
Oh, the Enderman.
Awful.
I remember the first time I ever heard that noise in Minecraft. Freaked me the fuck out. Okay. baby chests, and I actually just recently teach the system how to make the ULV input output. I didn't want multiple stacks of a dust forming in a multi-block. Throw them everywhere you can. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Already placed one will keep infinite capacity. Exactly. That is definitely my impetus for making these things as much as possible. But I mean, the update's probably still, I mean, it's still summertime. I'd imagine it's probably still a couple months away, right? Anything else? I think we're good. I think that's everything we need. So we can come over here to ore processing, and maceration stack is, yeah, right here. So I think, yeah, let's put the input bus in the middle this time. Because you can't really have these output. Well, I guess you could have them in the middle, but let's see, what does this say? Input bus can be the bottom casing, but the output buses cannot be on the bottom layer. So we'll kind of have to have them over here on the side, like this. Dude, did I? Yeah, I did make output bus. Okay, good. We'll have to have ME cables coming up kind of like this, which is fine. You're losing half of your mana somewhere. Yeah, you know, a lot of my Botania problems have always come from spreaders that just aren't capable of doing enough. So I could easily see that being the case. Let's see. Put energy hatch just kind of right here. I didn't realize how awkward this was going to be with this LUV line. This is kind of like where our main power spine's coming in. It's like coming in right underneath the maceration stack, which is really awful, actually. I really don't want to move it, though. I think we'll make it work. Alright, so we got input bus there. Let's get... We need a storage bus for this. And then we're going to need a little bit of cabling, ME cable. And this is the green network. Yeah, that is super awkward. Got all excited when found Stargate coordinates to an Alfheim Stargate. They made it a dimension, but oh, you're on all the mods 9. Oh, okay. Dude, I really want to try that mod pack sometime. You'd be down for trying that sometime, Kat?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. We played previous versions of that.
Didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
If you say so. I don't remember. Sure, you're right.
I even have all the mods 8 on my thing.
Maybe we just didn't play it that much. I don't know.
All the mods 8 was the second one we played. We played another all the mods, but I can't remember which number it was. I think maybe 6 or something. The rare moment where my memory is better than yours.
Apparently, I'm like blanking. Easy fun pack. Greg Star actually sounds fun, and all the mods 9. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of enticing, the idea that they added some Greg. I know that was like a very controversial thing in the modded Minecraft community, but obviously we're Gregors here, so ATM 10 is out now. Jeez. Okay, this is a hollow block. Gonna be enough casing? Yeah, wait. Oh, right, we need casing for another one. Okay, I mean, the titanium's casing's not that big of a deal, just more titanium. Okay, and this did form. Fantastic. Good. All we need to do is run a little cable down like so. Yeah, and this is a bit of an awkward one because we need the white cable to reach the output bus here. We can definitely make this happen. Just a little extra spaghetti. Never hurt no one.
Would you like some spaghetti with your spaghetti?
Yes. Bridging a couple networks here, no big deal. All right. ATM is a lie. Doesn't have all the mods. That is true. That is definitely false advertising. But would you really want all the mods? I don't think you would. Okay. So this should work now as long as we get power to it. Let's get an insane transformer, and then let's do a high amp EV transformer. And then we kind of figure out how we're going to run this cabling. Let's make a little more aluminium. And get our cyan spray paint. Okay. Gross. Okay. Actually, you know what? I think I know how I want to do this. I think we're going to just come down with our transformers from this. And then just kind of have the EV cable hang out down below. Very, very like different from the way we will normally run this stuff, but kind of have to work around this LUV cable. You want to make use of that 64 gigs of RAM. Touche. It should be called all the mods that are worth a darn. Let's see. What are we waiting? Oh, you were making centrifuges. Okay. Oh, and the titanium's clogging everything. Okay, let me cancel that real quick. Sorry, Kat, your craft was getting held up by my nonsense over here. Yeah.
All good.
I wish there was an easy way to... Does anybody know if there's a way to kind of like prioritize crafts? So will it follow like a particular order of CPUs? Like if I craft something in CPU 1, does that take precedence over CPU 2 or like CPU 8? Not that I'm aware of. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I really wish you could do that. I just stare at crafting statuses. No. Not the whole night. I do try to avoid that wherever I can, but, you know, it's also Gregtech, so unavoidable sometimes. Oh. Looks like you got the Flu XP.
I did.
Solid or flux B? Fluix? Yeah, Fluix. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Fluix.
I think there is a flux B though, isn't there? There is. Gives pulsating mesh and memory comb. That's kind of useless. Although it breeds with ferrous to give void, which gives you void metal nugget. Oh, really? Oh, this would be a nice way to get void metal. You need a block of... No, you don't. Wait. Do you really not need a block of void metal to get the void bee?
That's pretty nice.
And then you can get void metal nuggets? Dude, we could totally surpass the Eldritch Epiphany thing with this.
Void. All right, I will work on this in just a second.
Create isn't that bad. It has some perks. Man, I feel like I've played like 4 or 5 mod packs with Create in it. I still don't like it. Maybe I still don't understand it. Who knows?
But it says occurs within a magical biome during the night. So does that mean I'm gonna have to go to
Probably that Magic Forest biome.
Forest?
I bet you could do it in the Magic Forest biome, which is in the overworld. Actually, you know that area that I flattened out? I was looking around before, and I'm pretty sure there's like a really small area of it that is magical forest already. Where was that? Oh, right here. Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah, check this out. Yeah, the grass is a different color.
Well, I can't right now because I'm a
sorry.
couple seconds behind.
Yeah, so we're in like a cherry blossom grove here. And then, yeah, right around here is magical forest. So if that worked, yeah, you could do it just right here locally. I don't know if there's a biome potion for magical forest or not, but
I'll have to go like check the biome book. I don't know off the top of my head. That's cool.
okay, we got our transformers. Let's see here. We're gonna do it like right here. We'll do EV high amp transformer with LUV to IV. Right? I've done this correctly, right? We've done this a time or two. Surely there are no mistakes. Oop. And then we're getting 16 amps of EV out of this. There we go. Flawless. A little awkward, but we did make it work. And put like an example something in here. Go back and look at a bunch of our ores here. What does iron do? Gives you nickel dust. Okay. So let's see, where's our maceration? Right here. So let's whitelist crushed iron ore. And then we're going to put that in the system right here. And this should go. Oh, did I not put I didn't put the storage bus on here. Oops. There we go. So it's doing 8 crushed ore per 1.5 seconds. Okay. Not incredibly fast. So that's kind of why we don't want to do like, what is it, MMC, mass rate centrifuge, because our maceration stack is not, like, even if we had a quad here, I don't know if it would actually keep up with everything. Plus we do need some things sifted, some things thermal centrifuged, so that's fine. But yeah, we got the next step of this working. You can do set biome name with world edit if you need to fix something. No, we're not going to do that.
That just seems a little too cheaty.
Yeah, it is. Good to know that you can do that. But tier 2 maceration stack win after we get the tier 3 rocket and get quantum circuits, and after we get flatline done. I was just looking at that earlier, Volans, and yeah, there's a ways to go with this. So first of all, the chip needs ZPM, so quantum processors, and then the casing needs palladium. So yeah, not anytime real soon, although we probably will be starting flatline at some point next week, and then tier 3 rocket will come after that. So that's very exciting. Ooh, you know what, I do want to get maintenance stuff on here. Let's see. Get our soldering iron out. Just remember, craft on demand or auto crafting does occupy CPUs occasionally. Yeah, very true. But thankfully, especially in GTNH, scaling up your number of CPUs is very, very easy. Yeah, extremely easy. I think we only have 8 right now, but haven't run into any problems quite yet. Let's see, what are we waiting on? Emitter. Okay. Cat, isn't it nice? You can just demand stuff, autocraft stuff from the B dimension.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you for doing that, baby.
At least I can still see her via OBS. My God.
Hey, I do still have to go over there to do some Thaumcraft stuff. And
that's true. Blood magic.
I've got to get this refilled pretty regularly. My instrumentum.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, we're going to do our due diligence here and get our maintenance lights up. Definitely pays to do this, especially if you have like all the stuff on autocraft already. Okay, let's see. So when we put that through the... Okay, so it macerated the crushed ore, and then it turned into impure, and then the impure automatically went to the centrifuge. And then, yeah, here we go. Iron dust, nickel dust. Nice. I did add some more 64Ks between streams as well. So I'll probably be adding a ton more of these in the future. And again, like for certain things, we'll probably do super chests just so we can avoid like stone dust and other garbage like that. But yeah, next piece of the puzzle is completo. Let's go ahead and put this maceration, this other one, over here at autocrafting. Especially if we're doing things like those fluics and Certus quartz crystals on demand. Be nice to get those much quicker. Let's see. Do output bus and then mixer multi. Oh yeah, we definitely do. So you know, like, I guess the Fluix dust thing for the mixer multi is probably better than grinding it down, right? What is that mixer recipe? Charged Certus quartz. I mean, I guess it just depends on whether you want to use up Certus quartz dust for this purpose or not. It's an extra LCR step. So, I don't know. Oh, sorry, you're talking to Yasky. I got you. Although they did get me thinking about this Fluix recipe. I don't know. We'll think about it. Let's see. Actually, no. Put maintenance hatch on that side. We'll put energy hatch. Actually, energy hatch right here. Yeah, we do need input bus. We'll just do that on this. Since we already have ME cable coming up here anyway, might as well. And then muffler hatch. And yeah, we're just gonna need a lot more machine casing. How much do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 35. I think that's right. We would need 28 more of this. So what are you getting into now, Kat? You're working on the centrifuge stuff?
Yeah, I'm crafting it while I'm working on the bees.
Yeah. Excellent multitasking.
Yes.
Oh god.
What?
To make this casing that I need, it's like having to smelt more titanium ingots. I think we make 5 a second via the quad EBF, which, yeah, that's fine. We can wait. Yeah, as soon as that's done, we can retire this EV macerator. Let's see, what else are we? Oh, yeah, we're using macerator to get steel dust and obsidian dust. You know, I don't know if we have a way of... We've got a bunch of obsidian ingots still. I probably do eventually need to hook up our like rock breaker for obsidian. We've still just got this LV1 sitting over here, which, you know, that's fine. Like we could give it a ton more redstone in the meanwhile. I don't know if obsidian is one of those things that ends up in high demand later on or not. I've never seen it in high demand up to ZPM, but I don't know. You never know what Greg's gonna throw at you.
Good old Greg.
Yep. Right. Well, while we're waiting on that, let's see, what other parts of ore processing do we need? Simple washer, forge hammer. These aren't that important really, but we can wait on those. We could make our first thermal refinery. Let's do that. So we haven't gotten into that quite yet. Should be pretty easy to make, I think. Talonite and red steel. I think we know how to make red steel. Let's see. You know, first let's make 2 more of these molecular assemblers. Because I'm already running out of space over here again. Yeah, I could use 1 or 2 more. Let's see. Large thermal refinery. We need EV thermal centrifuge. We need red steel plate. We need talonite gear. Okay. To the bending machine. Talonite gear. Oh, apparently we already have talonite. Really? Oh, system already knows how to make it. I don't even remember programming that. Okay. Very cool. All right. Let's go. Making this stuff. Obsidian is not needed later. Okay, good to know. Thank you, Yasky. It's one of those things that I could have easily seen, like, sneaking up on you. It's like, hey, suddenly you need, like, you know, millions of obsidian. Surprise. But that's good to know. So did you guys download Goose Duck? No, we didn't. I do have the bookmark right here for it though. It's on my like never-ending list of like things to check out. Well, I'll get to it eventually. Because that would be fun. And frame Sean. Yeah.
I think that would be so fun to do with a couple people.
Yeah. What else do we need here? 8 thermal processing casing. Or noise hazard sign blocks. Thermal. I mean, this is the stuff you normally use, right? What was the other thing called? Noise hazard sign block. That's ugly. I don't want to use that. We're not going to use that. Now, let's see. This is assembler circuit 1. There. And let's see. We needed 8 of these. Okay, so we don't know how to make red steel. Oh, it is a blast furnace recipe. Okay. I love AE2 Terminal Simulator. Okay. Yo, what's up, Halloween? How's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, you know, it's the GTNH way. What can I say? We need black steel frame box, really. Plus, you know, the further you get into the pack, the more you just keep doing this, as far as I understand. Really no end to it. Black steel rod. Okay. Got it. And 8 of these. Good. See, look, Cat's not in the terminal.
Not right yet.
Yeah, exactly. If you do download it, use Steam. Yeah, I've got the Steam link. in my bookmarks. Dude, I was trying to use the Steam multiplayer interface or whatever it is to play Terraria with Kat. I could not make it work for some reason. I'm sure it's just user error, but I don't know what it was. At least you don't need Path of Building to play GTNH. I mean, if you play GTNH with no outside help whatsoever, you're probably going to run into a brick wall somewhere at some point, right? But true, we don't have a whole separate program to figure out GTNH. Path of Exile is just that complex. Oh my goodness, look at all these things getting queued up.
Yeah.
We're in like EBF smelting hell right now. This is why we need the Vulcanus. What was the thing that was keeping us from getting the Vulcanus? Was it the quantum processors? I think we needed a ZPM.
I don't remember.
Yep. 2 ZPM circuits. Yeah, I remember looking at this the other day. Womp womp. I mean, we could shift gears and just go for tier 3 rocket right now, but
I think we need to be focusing on getting our resources fixed before that.
Because we've definitely been having issues lately. I'm gonna go get a drink real quick. Kat, do you need anything?
I do not.
Okay. Be back soon.
Okie dokie. I swear these tropical bees I work on are the most stubborn bees. I've got all the electron tubes in them. Oh, wrong one. And I'm using the Oblivion frame. They're just being feisty. Oh, actually, I took them out. That could be what the problem is. Let me add some more stimulators to this. If it'll actually even make these right, with how backed up we are. I might have some in here. Missions. Yeah, I don't see any extras in here. Oh well. Well, funny you say that. I have 3 maddening frames right here, Greg. My problem is I need to work more in blood magic to get a better like orb so I can hold more LP, because I can really only use the maddening frames like once, like use all 3 at once in an apiary, and it's got to be refilled again. So I really just want to work on blood magic stuff before I start using the maddening frames.
Yeah, get that whatever that ritual is where you can just kill mobs automatically. Yeah.
But that's a good bit out. Like I think that's
really?
2 tiers out.
I thought it was just 1 tier. I could be wrong.
I'm in tier 3. I think I need to get to tier 5 to be able to do the ritual.
I thought it was tier 4. I could have sworn.
Oh, I thought Tell had said it was tier 5. But I could totally be misremembering. That is totally possible.
All these tier numbers for all these different mods.
Right?
Kind of just makes your eyes glaze over. Tier 4. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're not too far.
But we were really hurting for some resources, as you guys have been hearing. So it really shifted my gears because I was going to be focusing on blood magic more, but we really need to get stuff going with resources.
Okay, yeah, Alter Tier 4, yeah. You have Alter Tier 3 right now. I'm pretty sure this is Tier 3. Yeah. 4, 5, 6, yeah. Oh, I fell into your blood. Whoops. All of this was this was before World Edit, so all of this is cat's blood from the altar.
Delicious, right?
Ah, yes.
It's so very nutritious. Was Wix.
So I stopped the titanium craft just so we could get some of these other things made.
Okay.
I know you're waiting on stocking input bus, I think. Yeah, which just finished.
I mean, I'm not in like the biggest hurry because there are things I'm working on. And I just saw that all of the ignoble princesses that I had in the sulfurs are dead now. So I have to remake all the sulfur princesses. But it's fine.
I mean, that was inevitable.
Kind of quick. Huh?
I said that was inevitable.
Yeah. We knew it was going to happen, but I'm glad we were able to get as much out of them as we could. But I'm just glad I noticed before we started hurting for sulfur again.
Yeah, well, thankfully we are not producing nitrobenzene as much as we used to be, just based on demand, because it was running constantly before, trying to fill up the 64 million liter buffer. But since that's filled now, it's not using nearly as much sulfuric acid, so it should be okay for a while. Let's see. Oh no, we're waiting on titanium anyway. Oh no.
Oh yeah, this was dumb.
What?
I am trying to make the void one and I forgot I have to go do it in
the magic biome.
Magic place, yeah.
Do you need me to show you where that is again, or?
No, I think I saw it on the thingy bobber.
The stream?
Yes. Thank you. That word.
Let's see. Let's check our list to make sure there's like nothing else that is super pressing at the moment. Yeah, we did do all of that stuff. I do eventually want to move the implosion compressor over, but I think I'll wait until we need it for the tier 3 rocket, and we can automate those parts then. And get that hooked up. There are several things that I still need to make LCRs for, which I might even do off stream, because just building a couple extra LCRs is kind of boring. But we do need to make iron 3 chloride, hilariously enough. We've been making it over here with these 2 LCRs all this time. We're actually not making hydrochloric acid at all at the moment. You do get it as like a lot of byproducts from different processes, so I guess that's been keeping us afloat until now. We're still making chlorine via our 4 MV electrolyzers. Just been, I have to admit, kind of going strong, but yeah. And then yeah, we're not using this anymore. In fact, I did turn this off finally. This was making our hydrogen before. I still have the carbon dust hooked up to a storage bus. In fact, I do want this to empty eventually. Let's make this like a really low priority so that this stuff gets taken first. Any tips for setting up a power spine midway through EV? Central power is not worth an EV without LSC use generators into machines. Yeah, we did use the single block gas turbines for quite some time in EV as well. Now, if you look at the efficiency on these, you go from 85% in HV to 60% in EV, so it is a significant loss. It's definitely not what you want long term, but Spirit Dragon, I can show you really quick our power setup here. Because you can technically do all of this in EV. I'm pretty sure you can make the Lapatronic supercapacitor. So this is your battery. This is the way you want to go. We're basically using large gas turbines with 4 amp EV dynamo buffers on the back. And then that's getting up converted via this extreme transformer to IV, the silver cable here. And then we're taking that silver cable and bringing it all the way over here. And then you actually have to convert it back to EV in order to put it into an EV energy hatch inside the LSC. I think we're using a 64 amp EV energy hatch. It's a bit of a craft, but you can do it. And then what you want to do is you want to, when you're taking energy out of the LSC, you want to up convert it to the highest voltage you possibly can. So we're using an EV dynamo buffer, 64 amp, and then up converting it to IV, 16 amp, and then converting that into 4 amps of LUV, which is this lime cable here. And then this is our main power spine. And probably the cheapest material for you to make. It is a long smelt time, especially at EV, but we're using vanadium gallium. So each 1x vanadium gallium will hold 4 amps. We're using 4x vanadium gallium, which will hold 16 amps of LUV. And that's just kind of to future-proof things. And then what we do is whenever you need power on location, once you've transported it, you just transform it back down. So you transform it down to IV, then EV, and then there you go. But yeah, kind of difficult to set up before you get to IV, honestly. I wouldn't feel too bad about using single block generators through EV. Because EV is actually not as long of a chapter as some other chapters. So... An IV makes 64 amp dynamo hatch on LSC feet. Yep. Transform it. Yep. 4 to 16x vanadium gallium. I think 4x will get you a long way. And by the time you need 16x, you probably can just move over to Signalium anyway. And be using ZPM instead. Without LSC, central power is pointless. Now, you could... I have done this before. I don't know if I would necessarily recommend it, but if you're really keen on doing it and can't make the LSC yet, you can use an LUV battery buffer. The thing is, though, like... Actually, can you? Hold on. No. Sorry. I did not use an LUV one. I used a 16-slot IV one. Now, that does require you to rush to get tungsten steel, so you can make an IV machine hull. But if you're able to get this, you can hold 16 of those Lapatronic super... Or, what are they called? Lapatronic... these batteries here, these Lapatronic energy orbs. IV, you could hold 16 of those. And then you can eventually take these and turn them into capacitors for the LSC itself. Yeah, these right here. So these aren't like a worthless craft, you know. So you could kind of transition that way. GT++ energy buffer or bust. What is the GT++ energy buffer? Wait. Hold up. Oh, these things? Wait. Have I ever made any of these before? Holy crap. Yeah, don't make that. That looks like a freaking nightmare. Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, we're just going to look away from that. Forget we ever looked that up. Signalium is not good. It's 4 EU. Wait. Oh, it is 4. I never noticed that before. Maybe I just kind of scaled it up in my mind because going from LUV to ZPM, it was like, well, 4 isn't that big of a deal compared to 2 in LUV. Like, I think in my mind, the equivalent of 2 in LUV was like the 8 in ZPM. So anything below 8 loss per block was fine in my mind. I guess it just depends on how far you're traversing with it. Yeah, I'm sure there's something better. Yeah, Draconium. Wait. Draconium is UEV. Wait, how do you... Wait, hold on. Y'all got me confused. How do you use Draconium? How do you upconvert all the way to UEV? Well, I guess you don't have to, right? You could run a lower voltage. Wait, why is this better than... Why is this better than Signalium? Because it can hold more amps? You can put ZPM into UAV. Yeah, yeah, that is true. But, like, you're still getting the same loss as Signalium. I mean, is it just because it holds more amps? Is that the logic here? I mean, it actually doesn't. 4x Draconium holds 32 amps. 4x Signalium holds 48 amps. Easier to make, scales until UAV. I think Signalium is really easy to make too, but... That is true. You're kind of future-proofing in a way, although, honestly, like... At a certain point, aren't you just going to convert to lasers anyway? Yeah, it's 4 per amp, yeah. But, I mean, if this stuff is easy to make, then... I mean, why not? It just holds fewer amps. That's all.
I just lost a whole page of bookmarks.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like it's
Ow.
just gone.
That's never happened to me before.
I'm going to back out and then come back in.
Maybe it'll come back, yeah.
I hope. Because that had all the bees on it that I needed to make.
Well, we can always try to think about which ones again. Yeah, hopefully it'll come back. If not, it's not the end of the world. We'll figure it out.
That was just highly annoying.
Oh no, I definitely hear you. But we'll figure it out.
This looks familiar.
I don't know.
Oh, while this is loading up, I'm going to step away for a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay. Ooh, all of our looks like all of our crafts finished. Nice. Let's get a little bit more titanium cooking up. We do have... Well, no, we still don't have enough casing. That's fine, though. Trying to remember some of the things that we did request. We did request a couple of molecular assemblers. Okay. Plop those on here. And then we're looking for a couple more IMI interfaces. What else did we request? Oh, yeah, we were working in the thermal refinery. There we go. We got our control block and casing dancing in circles. Complete. That's happened to me randomly, the bookmark thing. Oh, no. Yeah, that's a really bad bug or something. Any EU loss subtracted from package. If it's 32 lost, then 32 will get removed. Each block simply removes said amount of EU. Right, right. Nether star cables. Not a high amount of amps. That is one thing that I kind of look for, is how many amps a cable holds. What I loved about Signalium is 48 amps of ZPM. Like, that is a lot. Like, in my mind, that's really good. But then again, you know, if you're not going lasers after that, then you have to tear that down and add something else, like the draconium we're talking about. So, I mean, 32 amps is not bad over 4x. 8x would be 64. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at how bad this is to craft the draconium ingot. You need aquatic coils, 180 seconds. Now, my question is, like, how hard is that to get when you're, like, in LUV/ZPM? The Naquata coils. Are these possible in LUV? I guess they are. Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, you can. Okay. Wait, were we talking about this before? The DOB, what is the DOBB? DOB comb. Oh, it gives you all kind of garbage. Okay. Huh. Okay. Naquata and thalmic shards. Okay, thalmic. Okay, none of this stuff on the right is that difficult. Thaumium dust, aqua. Yeah. And then over here, none of those are difficult either. Plutonium, iridium. I don't know about plutonium. I guess that's not bad. And then Naquata, which you're probably going to be wanting to go for it regardless. Yeah, you want this regardless, so this half is like a no-brainer. And then this other half, the right half, is... like, I think we have several of these things already. Like watery, ignis. What's the breeding requirements for this? Requires ultimate hybrid solar panel as foundation. End biome. Okay. Ultimate hybrid solar panel. What is this thing? Oh. Well, this thing's stupid easy. Just HV garbage. Yeah, y'all are right. Like, DOBB is kind of insane, actually. Not even hard, just obnoxious. Have you checked panel? Wait. Am I missing something? This seems really easy. Ultimate hybrid solar panel. Audio seems delayed. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. Second ingredient. Oh, this. Oh. IV, phosphorus doped, indium gallium phosphide plate. Okay. Low power IC, superconductor EV. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's kind of annoying. What is this? A radiant reinforced tungsten plate. Okay, you need some Cenarium. Okay. Steel leaf plate. Okay, sure. Probably the Cenarium is probably one of the most advanced parts of this whole craft. Yeah, I mean, I think Volan said it best. It's not hard, it's just obnoxious. I'll totally do it. You just need one of these, so it's totally doable. Also, hello, Sean. What's up? Hope you're doing well today. Hope the job is still treating you well. Well enough. Oh. Let's see if Kat's bookmarks came back. Fingers crossed.
For real. Nope. They're gone. What?
That is really crazy. That's very unsettling that can even happen. Right.
This
Okay.
is so depressing.
Okay, well, would you like me to try to think of what we've been talking about?
Sure.
Okay, well, I know that one of the overarching bees we need to get is Stardust, so we can start to get the breeder bee going. Because we already have the ore for it.
Okay.
And Ender and Zinc, that's just kind of a no-brainer. You have to craft it in the end biome, which is kind of annoying, but... what else?
Enderium bee.
Yeah.
I will need both of these. Plasmal. Spectral. I don't think I have Hermetic yet.
I don't think you do, no. Enderium also gives blinding, 0 use for Stardust. I think the thing with the Stardust, though, is like we can actually do it right now. We literally have both of the bees and the ore required to get it. So it's just a matter of Enderium bee. Platinum, Phantasmal. I mean, it's not super crazy, but yeah, you don't even have Hermetic yet, so kind of craft. I mean, we will want that eventually, so. Streaming starts back up Thursday for me. Hell yeah, that's awesome. I come back from work pretty early that day, so hopefully I can catch that.
It's like...
I'm trying to think, because a lot of the bees that we've been talking about, you have gotten recently, so.
Oh, a dork.
Hmm?
I thought it was... I thought it was the Fluix, but
oh
it's
no, Flux.
I was like, why isn't this working?
Well, you already have the empowering, right? You just need the transmuting.
Yeah.
How hard can it be? Well, yeah.
Beautiful. I feel like I had that one, but
that's not that bad, actually.
okay, I will leave these here. Come back to them later.
Okay. Time to be framed on Goose Duck. Yeah. How hard can it be?
Waka waka.
True. Oh god, I'm gonna get that Final Fantasy 14 bee song stuck in my head again. There's so many bee puns in that song. There's this boss in Final Fantasy 14 raid that's a bee woman, basically. And she has this like cutesy anime-ish sounding track, but there's like 30 different bee puns inside of the lyrics. It's kind of amazing, actually. Let's see. Maintenance hatch. What else do we need? We need input bus. an HV1, and then we want output bus ME. We're also going to need a storage bus. Oh, there's a muffler hatch, which is part of the bottom casing. Oh, that's so weird. Yeah, it's like all the important blocks need to go in the bottom casing. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I think that should be everything. Input bus. Yeah, just waiting on the ME output bus. Let's cancel our titanium again. Not as hard as the moisturizing dove from Thaumcraft. Oh my goodness. And one day we'll get that all figured out. Any day now.
Yeah. You want to have a go with it, babe?
With what?
All the soap stuff.
No, that's all you. You have all the fun. Okay.
Thanks.
I mean, it's you're the one with the warp problem.
Warp?
So sorry, is that selfish of me? I'm trying to improve our base. Okay, I'm trying to. I'm a one-man army over here in the overworld. Okay, I'm trying to get things done. Warp good. Yeah. That's debatable. So crazy. I thought I smelted enough titanium, and here I am playing the waiting game on titanium again.
Never enough.
Yeah, maybe I can get that sorted after stream. Now that we have the phthalic acid, if I can get that LCR set up over in the Biva Temple area and just get phthalic acid to it automatically, we can go ahead and start making a ton of titanium dust.
Okay. Let me run over here really fast and mess with these.
Make it his problem too. I'm not reading any warp book. That's not happening.
He leaves that all to me.
No, hey, I have some warp, okay? Check warp. I have 8 permanent warp, all right? I have my own burdens to bear.
Oh my god. I have my own burdens. You are a hoot.
Phallic Thursdays, yes, quite. We appreciate our alliteration over here on this stream. So, alliteration most welcome.
Oops.
How fast Vin can make soaps. If I put my mind to it, I could make them so fast. It'd be easy.
Well, get on it.
Wouldn't even have to think about it, really.
I want to see this. Let's see it.
I got other things to do, okay?
Sure.
Priorities. Drop him the tome. I ain't reading no tome of knowledge, okay? That is not happening.
I need to do that.
Just gonna log into my account while I'm away.
Oh, that is a very good idea, Tell. I'll start reading I'll start doing all the research, start spawning in the withers, and they can attack you.
That sounds like a problem, not just for me, but for you as well. Just throwing that out there. Look, if I could make like another 5 or 6 of me working on the server, I would love to do that.
Do you guys hear him?
What?
He's just so awesome. He needs like 5 or 6 more of himself. But I would drive myself crazy if there were like multiples of me.
We would make such a great team. All the me's.
With how scatterbrained I am, I think me and all my me's would end up running around. What am I doing? What am I doing?
Oh no. Think of it as an early anniversary gift to Kat. Oh no. Her birthday is like right around the corner, actually.
Yep.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I'm actually going to my mom's this weekend to celebrate an early birthday.
Wait, are we streaming on your birthday?
I don't know. Are we?
It is a stream day. August 20th.
Yep.
We may not do that. Well, it's up to Kat.
I don't really care. I don't think we're doing anything too eventful anyway.
I mean, we could go out on a date. I know that sounds crazy, but
That does sound insane.
it is possible.
Ooh, we could go to our favorite Mexican restaurant. That does sound pretty good.
Ooh. All the Finns would try to be delegating to each other and would wind up killing each other. No, you get the warp. No, you. No, you. It'd be like the Spider-Man meme. All pointing at each other.
Oh yeah, that's so funny. I haven't seen that in a while.
All right, we got our... Hey, you're making good progress on that centrifuge, by the way.
Thank you. Yes, I'm probably still gonna need your advice on how to build it properly. But
Guys, it's Kat's first quad. Oh my god.
is Babby proud?
I'm about to shed a tear.
I'll probably still mess it up, but I'm trying.
No, you're doing great. And you're doing the trick I taught you where you
Yes,
make sure it doesn't look like shit.
I remembered what you said. All right, now I need the energy hatch.
Mm-hmm.
Like here, here. Okay,
Because the energy hatches and the maintenance hatches both cannot be wall shared with any other of the centrifuges. Otherwise, it won't complete the structure.
Oh, okay.
They have to be sure they're not on any part of the walls. That's why you want those there. Energy hatches can be wall shared? Wait, no way.
You've just blown his mind.
Yeah, like I encountered so many situations where that wasn't the case. Yeah, you're kind of blowing my mind here.
All right, now what did you say needed to go in this middle block?
So I would say the output bus could go in the middle. That way it's sort of like the ultimate, like it's shared by all 4 of them.
Okay.
And by the way, it's okay if you don't use that in this particular instance, but you're going to need like an ME interface on that output bus.
I wondered about that.
What you can do is we have an item called the output bus ME, and it's sort of like a 2-in-1. So it doesn't require the interface. You just hook up the ME cable straight to it. It's also better for lag and stuff. So,
well, let me just go ahead and craft that.
cool. Yeah, it's auto craftable. Okay, well, while we're talking about wall sharing, because they accept 2 amps, yeah, I guess as long as the recipe only requires 1 amp, then which most is the case for most, right? When you do double hatch for overclock, maybe that's what I thought, Greg, because I was trying to overclock and it didn't work, and I just applied that to single. energy hatch situations. That makes a lot of sense. While we're on the topic, though, I think I asked this earlier, but can you wall share muffler hatches? I don't think I'm going to in this particular instance, but I seem to remember that you could. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh wow, I need like a lot more casing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's no hollow blocks. Do I need 4 more casing? Yeah. Okay.
All right. Is there
You
anything else
can. Oh, that's
I
so
need to put
cool.
in these full spots?
Probably not. And so I guess we're gonna have the stocking input buses on the empty vertical spots in the walls right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. You could put stocking input buses in those spots, but
It'll be easier to get to.
yeah, and
on the
program.
side.
Exactly. Wall share some some muffies. Just casually wall sharing some muffies over here. No big deal.
Do I only need one muffler hatch on this quad?
So speaking of that, you can actually put a muffler on the top middle block of the quad and have it wall shared by all 4, based on what Greg is saying.
Well, then that's really flipping nice.
Now, if Greg is wrong, then we're going to avoid a bunch of recipes by doing this. But I think he's right.
Oh snap! Well, that would really suck.
No, I know. I think we're fine though.
Greg seems to know what he's talking about, though.
I think so. Input, output, energy, maintenance. Wait, front center. What am I doing wrong here? It's not forming.
All right. How about maintenance hatches? Those need to go on like each side.
You could probably remove that bottom machine casing. You know where the stocking input buses are going to go?
Oh, like, oh, yeah. Like,
Yeah,
on
you
this
could
one?
put it on the bottom. Yeah.
Okay.
Or you could put it on the top and then have 2. It might be better on the top,
Yeah,
actually.
I think it'd be better on
Yeah.
the top.
Oh, yeah, controller on top. Yeah, this is one of those weird cases. You're right, Bolins. Thank you.
Do I need to move the controller?
1 second. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're cooking now. Controller? Move the controller? No.
Oops.
Yeah, that looks about right. And then, yeah, you've got 4 stocking input buses, right?
Not yet.
Oh, you don't? Oh.
I've got to pull them out of the system. I'd started
Okay.
making them, but
Yeah, they're sitting there. But yeah, with this configuration, you'll be able to put up to 2 stocking input buses per thing. So right now, I would just do 1 for each of the quad, each of the multi-blocks, right? Yeah. That way we can... Because otherwise, one of them or 2 of them won't do anything. Here we go.
and do I need these output hatches?
No. So what you want to do is you want to make 1 output bus ME. Yeah, you don't need any hatches because we're not really dealing with fluids coming in and out of this thing.
Okay. So just put the casing there.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fine. Okay.
You can also wall share maintenance hatches. A really convincing multi-deform, but it's generally really buggy. Yeah, I think now that you mention that, yeah, I seem to remember seeing something on Discord one time about forcing it, but in general, yeah. Probably not worth the trouble. Our storage bus. We do need, for power, we do need IV and EV transformers. EV high amp. Let's go ahead and get those. Look at us, both working on our own multi-blocks at the same time.
Yeah, can you believe this?
You know what?
Can you actually believe I'm doing
Believe,
this?
right? I know, right? Sharing maintenance hatches is not worth, yeah. Also, like, if you're building things properly, it seems highly unnecessary as well.
What am I missing from the toolbox?
Hold on. Keep that up. You got wrench, soft mallet, soldering iron. Actually, you have more tools than you need. I think you have everything.
Well, let's see, like that.
What does it say when you on the main?
It's just very unhappy.
It's like it's not doing anything. Soldering iron charged. Oh, but yeah, but like all the other stuff is.
Yeah, soldering iron's charged.
That's really weird.
I do have 2 wrenches. Is that a problem to have 2 in there?
No, that shouldn't matter. Hammer, wrench, soft screwdriver, crowbar, and soldering iron. Yeah. I feel like it would have fixed some of the maintenance issues, though. And, like, according to the control block, it seemed like none of them were getting fixed. Super weird. I'm going to come over there real quick.
Screwdriver, crowbar. Yeah.
I mean, something is wrong still because you've got incomplete structure on all these.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take out this casing, see what's going on. Oh, I can already tell what's going on. You don't have... You need a full, like, cross wall. So you need casing, like, here, here, and here.
Oh, but I thought it needed to be hollow.
Only one block hollow in each one.
So...
Yeah.
Be like that.
Yep.
Okay.
And then fill in the top. Yeah.
Thank you, baby.
Inside walls. Yep. Exactly, Sean. Yep. Stocking input buses have become part of the multi. Exactly. Yep. Good call, Runic. You have enough casing?
I just need one more.
Ah. God. Transformers clogging the system. It should be done in just a minute. Yeah, tungsten ingots was one of those things that I was not able to batch craft off stream.
Yay, here it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep, and we're actually, it's registering the maintenance that you did on all of them now. Running fine. Cat's first quad.
Aren't you proud? Abby did a thing.
That's all right. Now, if you wanted this to look extra pretty on the outside, you could point the stocking input buses downward and then hook the ME cables underneath. But if you end up adding a second stocking input bus, like underneath, then it's
going to be easier to just do it like this.
Yeah.
And
so if you don't care about that, then
yeah, and I like that I can walk up to this and access is pretty easy to put the combs in.
Well, if it's pointed down, you could still right click it and access it.
Oh, okay.
So it's up to you.
I'll keep it like this because I probably will add like another, one above it on each of these later.
Hopefully by the time that becomes a big issue, hopefully we'll get the advanced stocking input buses by then, but we'll see. You are making bees at kind of an accelerated rate these days, so.
I'm trying.
No,
now that
great.
we can kind of keep up with things. And now I need to get the LCR.
Yeah, the LCR is a little bit trickier, by the way. Need help? And just let me know.
You just want to make it for me?
No. This is a learning experience. Kat is learning Gregtech. You learn how the single blocks work. Now you learn how the multi blocks work.
I want to get back to bees.
Plus, LCRs are like the bread and butter of GTNH, so you should learn how they work. It is already auto-craftable. Everything you need is auto-craftable.
Okay. So is this going to be kind of like the same thing where I set it up kind of like this and I need like 4 controller blocks and stuff?
Yes, you will need 4 controller blocks. There are extra, if you look at the requirements on the controller block, there are other things that you need, such as a PTFE pipe machine casing. You will need this for each controller block, so you need 4 total. You got this, Kat? Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's definitely got it.
Thanks, guys.
It's just like a little extra layer of difficulty with the LCRs, but it's honestly not that bad.
So 1 heating coil?
You will need 2 total. So the trick that is not even listed in the tooltip, you need copper nickel.
Okay.
It's only copper nickel for these. The trick with the LCRs is you can share a copper nickel coil block. So it has to be connected to the PTFE pipe casing. And you can share it between 2 LCRs, but you cannot share it any more than that. So you'll need like 1 copper nickel coil block per pair of LCRs. So 2 total for 4.
Okay. And large. Still cooking.
Also, you need to make sure that 2 copper nickel coil blocks are not touching 1 pipe casing. Because if the pipe casing senses 2 copper nickel coil blocks next to it, it'll just not complete.
Oh, okay.
You'll be building Eyes of Harmony. Hey, let me get around to that first, okay?
That's a good bit off.
There are so many multi-blocks I've never encountered before. I'm really looking forward to it.
Let's see.
Or, Kat and I will build them together. You never know. Maybe she'll just be so enticed by this whole multi-block GTNH thing that she'll just be like, leave it to me from now on.
Yeah. Oh, do we have this on AutoCraft? That doesn't look like it.
I don't think we do. Let me see if that is even possible. I don't think it is because I don't think we have a fluid canner on AutoCraft, but we probably could. No, we don't have fluid heater either. Ugh. Okay, well, go ahead and work on the other parts of that, and I will work on getting that. It was the 60K NAC coolant, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
It was to make the energy hatch.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make like a couple different single blocks here. That's fine. It should be doable, like on demand at least. Okay, yeah, fluid canner will make EV just for simplicity's sake. And then we're going to need to make the sodium potassium, which is a distillery recipe. I think we already have an EV distillery. Yeah, we've got one in Market Square. Let's steal that. Yoink. Okay. Let's see. We will need a dual interface for that. There's our turbo fluid canner. Oh yeah, we're gonna need a dual interface for that one as well. So we need 2 of those. And then we need to teach it how to make liquid sodium. Fluid heater. Okay. And that's also gonna need a dual interface. So we need 3 total. Let's make an EV fluid heater. Ideally, I think these will be fast enough that it doesn't matter. Ideally, you kind of like get the sodium potassium on passive, just have some of it made, ready to go for these NAC cells on demand, but I don't know. All this crafting may be quick enough where it doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, but that's how I did it before, is I had like a little passive system where I was just passively making like a buffer of like 64,000 liters of sodium potassium, but we'll see how this way goes. Let's see, we're waiting on silicon solar, vibrant alloy. Okay. Dude, I don't mean this in a bad way, Kat, but why does it feel like we've been playing for like 6 hours? Is it just me?
I think that is just you. I don't feel like we've been playing that long.
Okay. Ignore me. Carry on.
Let's see. There's the energy hatches, and then that's output bus.
Plenty of HV gas turbines in the system, by the way. Which you can just put directly on the EV energy hatches. Or the HV energy hatches.
Okay, what do you... sorry. What do I need to put on these?
HV gas turbines.
Gas
and you can just put them directly adjacent to the energy hatches and just have them pointed upward.
Wow, yeah, you weren't kidding. We have a lot of those.
Yeah, when we converted to the power spine, I tore down so many of those things. It was crazy.
All right.
Okay, wow, that is
A hot minute.
3 different single blocks. Crazy. Okay. We got fluid heater. We got your distillery. And we got your turbo fluid canner. And let's make sure that we input from output side with our screwdriver. Yeah. Get another quartz cutting knife. Let's see. There's our 3 dual interfaces. Nice. Plop all those on there. Fluid heater. We're going to do... let's see. We'll just call it fluid heater. This we'll just call distillery. I guess I should call these dual. And then this one is fluid canner dual. Okay. Then we got outputs on all those. Fantastic. Okay. Now it's just a simple thing of just encoding a couple of these recipes. So we got liquid sodium for the fluid heater. We got sodium potassium for the distillery. It's rock salt and liquid sodium. Then got our NAC coolant. And this goes in the fluid canner. Okay. Do we know how to make 10K? Oh, we do. Nice. Okay. So, what were you trying to make earlier, Kat, with the NAC coolant?
The energy hatch.
The HV energy hatch?
Yeah.
How many do you need?
4.
4? Okay. Ooh. It's saying it's craftable. Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, those NAC coolant cells are actually pretty quick. That's awesome.
That is really good.
Yeah, no need to passive that stuff, especially once you get to EV. Yeah. That's extremely trivial. And there you go. They're all done. Now, while I'm at it, I think there is another NAC coolant cell that we do need to make. Yeah, it's this 30K cell that turns into a 180 NAC coolant. I think you use this for EV energy hatch. Oh no, maybe it's IV. Oh, it is IV energy hatch. Okay. It's going to be proactive. Go ahead and make this. It's pretty trivial for us to do. We know how to make these 30K cells. We do. Nice. Okay. So that's all taken care of for the future. That's awesome. Let's see. Dude, Cat's on a roll. Now comes the tricky part.
Oops.
Have you done any fluid input hatches on this, by the way?
Not yet.
Okay. There is one trick to that we'll want to figure out. So generally for the combs, there are 4 different fluids involved with processing them. And so what we want to do is we want to wall share between 2 LCRs at a time, something called a quadruple input hatch. Now I need to check the system. Yeah, we actually do have 2 made already, so that's trivial. But the way we're going to put the fluids into that is with ME cable. So you're going to want to keep in mind that wherever you put this quadruple input hatch, this can be shared between 2 LCRs at a time. You're going to want to be able to put ME cable wherever it is. House of Dragon's latest episode was so good. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so yeah, behind.
Dude. Kat and I have to like split, maybe like on Saturday of this week or something when you get back from out of town.
Oh, that'd be cool.
You and I can like splurge on House of Dragons. That'd be cool. House of the Dragon.
So, which one of these do I use?
Quadruple input hatch. Yeah.
The EV one?
Huh? Yeah.
The EV one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The voltage is irrespective of whatever energy you're giving it. Like, don't worry about that.
Okay. So where do I put these?
So again, you're going to want to dual share them. So you're going to have to like put 2 of them down, share between 2 LCRs at a time. And this is a place where you're going to want to have to run ME cable to the hatch in the future.
Right, so
you could do it underneath. Yeah, totally. It's a little awkward with the energy cable, but that's totally doable. Yeah. And then obviously you're going to want those pointed downward.
Yeah.
This is how we're going to get like our hydrochloric, our hydrofluoric, our phthalic acid, whatever else we need. Yep.
Yeah. Then I need pipe casing, coil block, and the input bus now.
So we're going to be using stocking input buses, kind of like we did with the centrifuge.
Okay. While that's crafting up.
Sorry, what?
So while that's crafting up, I guess I can place these 6 blocks. How should I put these?
Here we go. I don't know. Maybe you should read the tooltip of the controller. Let's see. We'll teach her how to fish, chat.
Adjacent to the PTFE.
You can look at each individual layer by hitting the arrow next to tier 1. Or sorry, not tier 1. Sorry. Go back. Yeah, the layer. Yeah.
Okay. I guess there.
Error. Try again. Oh, your emotes working here? Hell yeah.
Is that better?
I like that emote. That's cool. Pipe casing is correct. Cooper nickel coil is not correct.
But that's what it showed on the freaking picture.
Okay, well, the picture doesn't always tell the truth. It just basically, the picture told you, like, hey, pipe casing needs to be directly adjacent to the controllers, right?
Like, put
Remember
it here?
how I told you can share a Cooper nickel block between 2 pipe casing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that?
Ta-da! Yes.
Okay. And does this have...
Oh, no.
I'm going to get you with your I don't knows. The top one shows the coil block.
Yes, but if you look at the tooltip for it says the copper nickel coil just has to be adjacent to the PTFE pipe casing. So
Okay,
there are
well,
multiple possibilities for it.
The only thing I was trying to figure out is, you know how this has like this output muffler hatch. I was wondering if this had some kind of muffler hatch.
Well, check the tooltip, and if it needs a muffler hatch, it will say so.
I don't see a muffler hatch.
Okay, that must mean it doesn't need a muffler hatch then. Teaching her to fish. Error.
Is it more ridiculous?
Am I being rude? I'm not trying to be
Vendrake
rude
right now.
What?
I said, is it more ridiculous than Vendrake? Wow, that is pretty ridiculous.
So I'm not trying to be ridiculous. I'm trying to help you. I'm just trying to be funny at the same time.
Insane.
Wait, what is this? Oh, yeah. Diddy was like, hey, can you put more eggs over here so we can run this miner at LUV instead? That's pretty crazy. Were you all running it at EV before? Because that is so many more eggs. Holy crap. Wait, how many eggs is that? Is that 64 eggs? 128. Holy crap. It was just EV before. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So you basically had to multiply times 16 what you had before. Wow.
That's a crap ton of dragon eggs.
Yeah. Without dragon eggs, the hive would not run.
You're right. Okay, now tell me what I'm doing wrong here.
Okay, you want to know what you did wrong? You left the middle block of each LCR hollow. Or rather, not the middle block of each LCR, but you left the wall casing there hollow. See?
Oh.
So there are no, if you look at the tooltip for the LCR controller block, there are no hollow spaces in the entire multi-block.
Okay.
Means you need blocks everywhere. Yeah.
All right. It's all filled. Thingies to finish crafting. I still have a minute.
Is it titanium again? Oh god,
Yeah.
It's titanium. Oh my god.
Of course it's titanium.
I really gotta fix that. I mean, I tried to fix it. I thought I fixed it. Actually, we only have like 5,000 titanium combs left. You know, since I'm just like standing around doing nothing right now, I'm gonna go to the overworld. I'm gonna grab the titanium bee. And I assume we have like an empty alveary somewhere, right?
Yeah, I need to make more space soon.
Okay.
I'm quickly running out of space. Like empty alvearies is what I mean.
Yeah. Now it did say that this was in a desert biome, so I guess we'll need do we have like a desert biome potion on hand? Or?
If it's hot arid, you just come grab this brushland one. Actually, I have an open brushland.
Okay. I mean, it's when I looked at the biome that it was in, it said desert, so I don't.
Well, put it in Beelizer, and then you can hover over it, and it'll say hot arid.
Hot arid. Yep.
All right. If it's hot arid, put it in this one. It's on the main strip. It's second from the last.
Oh, okay. Well, perfect. And I'll order. We'll get some more electrical stimulators. Oh, we already have some. And I'll get this, the production upgraded on this.
Right. Well, while that's going on, I'm getting back to work.
Okay.
On bees.
All right. I was just thinking, like, hey, I need to solve this problem, like, sooner than later, since we keep having titanium issues.
Yeah.
But what you're doing is also going to solve the titanium problem by processing the combs automatically. 3-phthalic acid.
Mm-hmm. That will be really good. I'm gonna be very happy having the LCR set up over here again.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
We were waiting on the whatchamacallit, Quantum Link. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ew.
All right, there we go. Everything okay?
So, are we able to share? Never mind, I don't have that set up with that.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that like at least 4 times the speed? Or do the miners like overclock perfectly? Oh, y'all are using ore drilling plant 3, I guess. Yeah. At least 4 times faster. 4 more titanium bees. Hopefully this one, because again, our one was not running with electrical stimulators running. So hopefully this will be enough. What I should do though is I should grab all the titanium combs from one drawer storage from our old bee area, and I'll put them in Viva storage. Although, I think I need to go change the priority on that drawer. Let's see. Not in here. Yeah, this is our old Viva storage here. It looks like, where are the titanium combs? They're not in here.
They're not.
Weird.
Oh,
maybe they
are probably back here.
Back here.
Maybe not.
Not sure how it overclocks, to be honest, but yeah, ore drill 3. I feel like if it overclocked perfectly, it would say so, kind of like the LCR does. So I guess it just multiplies speed by times 2 for overclock. Oh wait, LCR doesn't say it either. Oh, weird. Does not lose efficiency when overclocked. Oh, okay. So ore drilling plant would say the same thing. I don't think it does. Still though, I mean, 4 times speed is really, really good. I don't know where all these titanium combs are coming from. Where they're being stored.
I mean, are they just going into the system?
I'm not sure how they would be though. Like, I could have sworn that they were all just like sitting in the drawer from the old B system. The storage drawers. I'll tell you what I will do though to fix the problem, even though I don't know the answer. We're gonna change the storage priority on the Beaver subnet. And then I should be able to grab all these. And then just put them in the Beaver system, like so. So this should be grabbing anything else but from the Beaver system. So we want like them all out of any other storage and all on the Beaver network. Let's see. And yep, they're all there now. Okay, good.
Okay. I mean, I see the titanium combs up here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
You
it says
see them up
0. Yeah. So I don't know where they were sitting. I guess somehow they were on the ME drives, but I really don't understand how. So, but whatever. I fixed the problem. So they're all in the main Beaver storage now. So they can be grabbed by the storage or the stocking input bus.
Okay, awesome.
Cost for automation has multiplied on you. Oh god. Okay. But actually, let me come back over there. I'll go ahead and work on getting a ME cable line. Over there. Let's see. Glass cable. Ooh, we're going to need more of that. A lot more of that. In fact, yeah, let's grab... Oh, we don't have enough Certus quartz. Oh, God. Oh, no. It's fine. Everything's fine.
All right, I have the LCR set up.
Nice. Let's see. How am I going to get to the... Oh, it's down here. Okay, sweet.
I did leave a giant hole in the floor to make it easier to get up and down without your staff.
Okay, well, I always have my staff at the ready. Don't read into that too much. Yeah, we'll just run this cable. And we'll kind of run it like that. And then get rid of this. Yep, already out of cable. That's no good. And then you're also going to want to run yellow cable up to the output hatch as well as the stocking input buses. And I don't know where you have those at the moment. They're kind of above ground. Okay. And by the way, when we're like assigning combs to these stocking input buses, we should probably like kind of try to divide them evenly. That way the machines in the quad are kind of being used.
No, that
evenly.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Hey, Dragonoid.
Yo, what up? Been making pretty big changes. We've got a lot of changes to the Beaver Temple, mainly getting a quantum link here set up. So now we got the main network accessible. We got our wireless terminals able to access the main network over here, which is fantastic. Kat has built her first quad multi-blocks. Very, very impressive, I gotta say. So we got a quad centrifuge here, and then we got a quad LCR. Sorry, what?
I could not have done it without your help.
No, no problem. I mean, you did like a majority of it yourself, so. I'm gonna knock out little spaces in the floor here for where the ME cable has to come up. Where the stocking input buses.
Okay.
But yeah, I did order more glass cable in the system for both of us to use. Again, a little bit limited by the Certus court situation, but hopefully, like the server running overnight, that should sort itself out. Quantum Link, yeah, 2 amps. Oh, no, it's... So I think it's 2 amps HV per side. That was my understanding. So about 2,000 EU per tick total. If it was just 1,000 though, that would be fantastic. But it was kind of why we were waiting until we got power better sorted out before we did this. But now that we've got this, we can provide our LCRs fluid. We can allow our main system to see all the items in the Viva subnetwork easily. So we don't need to really like send stuff directly to the main network anymore. So we've just got a extract only storage bus on interface. And then the yellow is the Viva network. I just mocked up the power distribution for my large gas turbine. I'm going to need so many Labotronic crystals and high amp transformers. Oh yeah. Yeah, so many. I mean, you might as well get that on AutoCraft, right? The what is it? The Insane Transformer, LUV to IV, and then the EV High Amp Transformer, which does 4 amps of IV to 16 amps of EV. Yeah, that is definitely a must. Let's keep coloring this cyan. Could also throw a miner on a Certus vein just to get more in the system. That is true, and I actually did manually mine Certus a couple days ago.
Uh-oh.
But what's up?
It seems like the power keeps blinking out.
On what?
The wireless.
Really?
Yeah.
The Emmy should have like plenty of power.
Okay, it seems like it's behaving again now.
It is possible that me coloring this cable did kind of temporarily screw with it.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe that was it.
Let's see. Glass cable. Okay, we got 42 more. I guess I'll go ahead and run this cable for you, Kat.
Thank
Yellow
you.
cable. So basically, I'm just running. That. You know how you had the output buses, ME, in like the center of the quads? Mm-hmm. I'm just going to run yellow cable directly to those. And so stuff that outputs from these quads just goes straight into the Viva network.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you.
Very straightforward. Yeah. Unfortunately, well, we do have a little bit more time. I was going to say, unfortunately, we didn't get all of our ore processing done, but we did get maceration stack on, and then we did get thermal refinery. So I think we need ore washing plant, and then multi-smelter, and then forge hammer or simple washer if we really want to bother with that right now. We might. Okay, so this should have... And we might need to change the placement of this eventually, but... channel-wise, but... be fine for now. Okay. Doesn't coloring cables disconnect to reconvert? Yeah, I think it's something weird like that. Yeah, I think you're right, Nova. Probably need an energy acceptor or 2 more on the side of the link. Yeah, I would say probably one of these energy cells is probably not enough. Generally, the more energy cells, the better. Actually, although technically, the red network should be well powered on the other end of things. We put this energy cell here temporarily just to kind of jumpstart the quantum link. I actually don't think we need this anymore. So if I get rid of this, technically, I think everything should still work just fine. The main way we're getting power for the ME network, which again should just bridge over the little quartz fibers through subnetworks. We've got like 20 of those energy cells. Like, yeah, I think it was just because I was coloring the cable. Let's see. Cat, where is your atomic restorer? Oh, I see it. Okay. We got that. The one other thing that we need here is fluid export buses. We want 2 of these, and I think we'll just use an acceleration card for each. Oh, we're out of titanium dust. Okay, well, this is perfect. This is exactly why we're doing this, so we can get more titanium. Oh my gosh, okay. Alright, we should have those fluid export buses soon-ish.
Oh, and you know what?
What?
You already put, I think you did. You already put all that stuff in for production. All right. On the titanium one.
Yeah. It's going balls to the wall. We're good.
I mean, should I make like another one of those, like another titanium bee?
Let's wait and see. I actually don't think that'll be necessary, because it's not like we're using titanium passively. Like, unlike sulfur, which we are using passively.
Yeah.
I think one will be fine, but, you know, we'll see. Hey, Kat, I'll be back in just 1 minute, okay?
Okay. Oh, crap. I didn't mean to put that there. So, we are desperately running out of aviaries since I have been making all the bees. So I'm trying to hurry and make a bunch more of these real fast. Thankfully, I've got a bunch of supplies already together to make more. I think I've got like close to 900 alveary blocks in the system right now. So we're really doing good on alvearies. Now that we've got all this stuff fixed, I can actually like really go crazy with making bees. So I need to go back in here with the world edit to like bring the pathing down.
Oh yeah, you could just like copy the path, couldn't you? Paste
yeah,
it over here.
I don't know if I'll actually do that or not. Right.
Oh my gosh, how long do these electrical stimulators take?
Yeah, I don't know what's holding those up right now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the fluid to be able to go to these different things. Although I did just realize I'm gonna need capacity cards. I need 2 capacity cards, and we have exactly 2. Wow.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. We don't have that on Autocraft. I should probably do that. I've been using all of our capacity cards that we got from like loot bags up until now. But yeah, probably time to do this. A pretty easy craft.
Whoosh.
Yeah, there we go. Although, do we have these basic cards on craft? We don't have those. Okay. Where do we get those to? Circuit 2, assembler recipe. Nice. Okay.
I am very tempted to move witchery stuff over here so I can easily make more potions.
Look, okay. You only have a couple of different excuses to come to the overworld. At least leave something. Okay.
Let's see.
Oh god, not more crafts. I just want my fluid export buses. Please. Please.
But they're they won't
my
do
God.
anything until after the other ones are done, right?
I don't really know what logic Applied Energistics uses when it comes to like CPU queued up tasks. Tomorrow stream, wire up 4 EBFs. Hell yeah. Quad EBF, let's go. Finish the turbine, figure out stuff needed for redstone power control. And the redstone power control is not that bad. I would definitely recommend the wireless, these guys right here, the wireless receivers and transmitters. I think you were looking at these before, Nova, if I remember correctly. Yeah, these are really good. A little, annoying to craft, but once you get the recipes in, it's not a big deal. I can show real quick how I'm doing it. So I actually followed Telriad's advice and use the wireless covers. So like the steel frame is just like a place to put the covers. And basically it's just a 2 energy detector covers, one on each side of the LSC controller. And so we've got one for like the low threshold, 400 million. That's an inverted redstone. And then we've got the high end, which is 5 billion in my case. So, it'd vary on your capacity of your LSC. But you have the low end and the high end. The high end is just normal redstone. Both of these are on the EU stored setting. And then on either side of those, you've got this advanced redstone transmitter, external. Very important that it's external. And you just put these on different frequencies. So I've got like 1006, 1007, for example. And then you can just put those on any kind of like frame box or whatever. And these are advanced redstone receivers, external, as opposed to transmitters. Same frequency, make sure that your gate mode is on analog. And then you basically take the low end, which was 1006, and then put that on this side of the RS latch, and then the high end on this side of the RS latch. And then you connect that up to your wireless transmitter, whatever number you've got for that. And then you don't need to do it like I did, but I just used wireless receivers for each LGT. This is overkill. You could just use one and just run the redstone line all the way down. But yeah. This is by far the most reliable way of running the redstone latch. So on the GTNH Discord, there's if you type in !RS latch, they show you how to do it with the red crystals, specifically the dense red crystal. But these are not precise, so you can't attach precise values to them. You have to rely on redstone power integers from like 0 to 15 from the energy detector cover, and this is just not as precise. For me, for some reason, it was not working, even though I've made it work before. I don't know what was going on, but this system is much more reliable, much more flexible and precise. Highly recommend this. You watch Threefold's latch system. Yeah, so he used the dense red crystal, which is fine. It should theoretically work. After doing this method once, though, I much prefer this. It's just a little bit more costly as far as the covers go, but I think by the time you're at EV, this really shouldn't matter so much. It's just a couple of EV transmitters, essentially, to make these. Just a couple extra circuits, maybe. Highly recommend that. Oh, my thing made.
Yay!
Yay! Fluid export bus. Let's go. Okay. Back to the Beaver Temple. And yeah, we're going to come down here to the quadruple input hatches on the LSC. And we're going to put these like so. And then we're going to click on these and we're going to put a capacity card in each one because we do want up to 4 fluids in this. Right now, it's just going to be 3 different fluids. And that is hydrochloric acid, hydrofluoric acid, and phthalic acid. Oops. Okay. And so we can just drag these over like so. Don't have acceleration cards in them. I don't know how necessary that's going to be. We'll just kind of play it by ear, see if we're being bottlenecked in any way. I think it'll be fine. But there we go, getting phthalic acid in here initially. And yeah, we'll check them again in just a moment, but yeah. Oh, that's right, we're going to need to run cable for all these stocking input buses. Let's think about that real quick. We do have a ton more dense cable. Let's use this. Let's get our network visualization tool. We're using 20 channels on here. That's fine. When all is said and done, we'll probably be using like what, 28? Something like that. And there are our openings right there. Okay. Should be fine. And actually, let's get rid of this. We're going to run this yellow cable via a different way. I'm bookmarking the items. Let me see if I have it. Could you do that again? I have redstone, advanced redstone receiver X2. The wireless transmit. Yeah, let me show you again in just 1 second. Let me finish this real quick, Nova, and I will show you again. No problem. I know I kind of went through that fast. Yeah, we'll run this like so. Do you think you could finish this, Cat? Basically, you just need to run glass cable from this yellow cable to each of the stocking input buses.
I'll get to it eventually.
Okay. I mean, if not, I can come back here. Not a big deal. 2, 1. There we go. And then let's make sure that this yellow. Ugliest yellow dense cable I could possibly imagine, but there it is. It's fine.
It's the retro cable.
Yeah, right. Okay. So, come back here real quick. And yeah, I have no problem doing this because this is like, this avoids so many headaches and it just lets you, you know, dial this in exactly how you want it. So basically we're taking energy detector covers. So this is how we measure the internal storage of the LSC. You're going to need 2 of these energy detector covers, right? And you put them on the EU stored setting. And then basically you want one on one side and then one on another side. And you want basically your lower bound, like this would be the threshold where if it gets below this, hey, the turbines are going to kick in and they're going to start running. And then you're going to do your high bound, you know, whenever you want the turbines to stop. Usually at like, I don't know, like 10% capacity and 90% capacity roughly. But you can kind of play around with it. Now, how you read those energy detector covers is you put directly adjacent to them. So for like here, for example, on the high bound, you put an advanced redstone transmitter cover external. You always want these to be external based on the way we're using them here. And then you set that to whatever frequency you want. And so over here on the left, I've got another one. Again, these are adjacent to the energy detector covers. And you set that on a different frequency. So 2 different frequencies for these. Now, the important thing here is that you can't put the cover inside of a casing. So actually, I've put here sort of like a dummy HV energy hatch, just so I can put this transmitter cover inside here, directly adjacent to the controller block. So there's no use for this HV energy hatch other than just to hold this cover, right? So you got your 2 transmitter, advanced redstone transmitter external covers, and your 2 energy detector covers. Then you come over here to your RS latch. And on the same frequencies as the transmitters, you do advanced redstone receivers external. Again, these are covers. And then you run both of them into the RS latch. You put this RS latch down and then you shift right click it with the Project Red Core screwdriver. You shift right click it twice. And then that'll give you this particular RS latch configuration. And then that should be about all you need to do. I have the lower bound on the left coming in and then the upper bound coming in on the right here. And then you put it into whatever wireless transmitter frequency number you want. This is WRCBE logic, whatever that mod is. It's like probably an extension of Redstone or Red Power or whatever. But yeah, and then you just do these wireless receivers with the same mod on the same channel. And then there you go. And one mistake that I did make actually is, you know how you put the fluid regulator on here? You do want to make sure that you have these set to the conditional use machine processing state. And you actually, I can't even show it right now. I don't even think I can. But you actually need to put a machine controller cover on the bottom part of the fluid hatch. And the reason you do that is so when this redstone kicks in underneath it, it'll actually it'll turn on the fluid regulator essentially. So that way, the only time that the fluid is going into the fluid hatch is when you have the redstone on. Because otherwise this will just fill up to like 16,000 liters or whatever. And then when the turbine turns on, you'll just like burn through this like crazy. And then the fluid regulator will work like normal. But you know, you're wasting a ton of benzene in the meantime. So I think you have it now. Just be doing a standard battery buffer single block. Yeah, you can definitely start out with that for sure. And you can use this exact same type thing. So if you're using single block battery buffer, then you would just probably need to put like 2 frame boxes on the left and right of it. just to hold these redstone transmitter covers. That should probably work fine. Wireless redstone chicken bones dude, chicken bones. I had forgotten all about that. Isn't like chicken bones like responsible for like those chunk loaders, for example? Where are those chunk loaders at?
Hey, Shiny.
Yeah, oh, Shiny, what's up? And thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome. I was just kind of explaining the logic of how the turbines and stuff turn on with the LSC as far as like detecting the capacity of the battery. This should be like very similar to what you all have set up on the Hive. But yeah, I was just explaining that. We've been working on our Beaver temple a lot. Finally got a quantum link over there. Finally able to communicate with our primary network, which is really, really good. Also means that we're able to get like a bunch of, like we're able to get like phthalic acid over there, hydrochloric acid, all that good stuff for processing combs. But about to go straight to bed. Hey, right on. Appreciate the raid. Hope your stream went well. Hope you had a good time tonight. Things are definitely coming along in the Hive. Y'all got fusion, which is freaking awesome. Y'all follow Shiny Bucket if you aren't already. I'm sure most of you are, but if you haven't, Shiny's on the Hive. And as usual, they're doing awesome stuff over there. Go check them out. Been up for nearly 20 hours. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you need sleep. Yeah, go get you some sleep. I feel you. Let's see, right now we're just trying to get all of our stocking input buses hooked up, and then we should be good to go. We're gonna have to program all these. Kat, you're gonna help me program these, right?
Yeah.
Poorly.
I can help you do that.
Okay.
I'm just
Surely she will.
trying to work on these bees.
I know there's so much. I understand. Y'all do awesome stuff too. Yeah, thank you so much. We're having a good time in our world. This is easily my favorite GTNH world we've done by far. Although I've really been putting off the building aspect of things lately.
Well, you'll catch back up with that soon.
I know, I got so much I want to do.
I know, like, we've been trying to say that we're not going to play much off stream, but I feel like I need to spend like a day or two playing off stream to try and just catch up, get to a good place.
It's tough. I guess the key is, you know, don't want to be in a rush. Definitely feel that. Dude, how do I make this not look like spaghetti? I don't think it's possible. Oh my gosh. Whatever. It's going to look awful no matter what. It's okay. Chicken bones also made NEI. Oh, really? That's cool. You know what? Let's do this. That way we can do this. That'll look maybe a little bit better. Not by much, but... And then the ender chest. Oh yeah, the color-coded ender chests are so good, right? Okay, there we go. Okay, this has some semblance of order. I mean, it kind of looks like a swastika a little bit, but we're just going to ignore that and move along. It was unintentional. Why not do the spaghetti wirelessly? You know, we're almost at the energy level where we could start doing a bunch of ME wireless stuff and kind of not worry about it. I think I don't know. I just want to wait until we have a little bit more power before I start doing that kind of stuff, like, you know, carelessly. But I don't know. We'll see. Side effect of how you set up the quad. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it totally is. Let's see. Like so. Oh, no, not like that. I think we still don't have enough glass cable. That's crazy. How much, sir? Oh, we have 9 Certus quartz. Oh, that's great. We're using it too quickly, Kat.
Yikes. I mean, yeah, we've got production electron tubes on these.
I know. I think as soon as we like leave the server running for a while, I think it should be fine.
Yeah, we probably really should have it run overnight.
Yeah, I'll do that. Puts a little extra money on the electricity bill. That's fine. Okay. All right, we got all of the advanced, or sorry, not advanced, our normal stocking input buses. And let's check our channels, make sure we're okay. Looks like 24? I thought it was going to be 28. Oh, it is 28. Okay. So we're almost maxed out on that. Okay. Now, let's cover up this hole. Having each machine be 90 degrees turned kind of lends itself to the accidental swastika. Yeah, pretty much. It is what it is. I guess we didn't need to do the LCR that way, but the only reason I suggested Kat do the centrifuge that way was because otherwise it just looks awful. Yeah. LCR, we didn't have to do that way, but that's okay. Okay, so the thing I want to get in here more than anything else is the titanium comb. And put that in the system. Oh no. We need EV.
What?
We need EV for the titanium comb. That sucks. I can fix that. It's fine. Oh, also, we need to get benzene to all this stuff. Or nitrobenzene, rather. We probably should just start converting to nitrobenzene on things. Hi, Fix.
Thank you, baby.
The inefficient single block gas turbine. And it's fine. And then we need EV energy hatch. Oh. Well, this is a conundrum.
What's wrong now?
We need titanium to make the EV energy hatch, but then we need the EV energy hatch to make titanium.
That's fun.
Okay, no. I can fix this. This is fine. In fact, I actually may have some titanium dust over here. Got 175. Perfect. Okay. EV energy hatch. Oh, we need rock salt. Wait, what? We have no rock salt? We have no rock salt. Oh, God. That's bad. I think we should get some from that salt bee pretty soon. Okay, I do have a little bit here. I feel like we're just scraping by on some of these resources. It's so crazy. Okay. Really might be worth doing what they do in the Hive, have a localized power gen. Yeah, we actually did already talk about that, Dragonoid. You're absolutely right. Whenever we're able to decently afford it, which will hopefully be soon, I do want to make an XL gas turbine just for the Biva temple, and then just have like a main power spine going through that, so we don't have to use single block anymore. Yeah, that is definitely in the works for the future. Good call. What is rock salt even being used for? Oh, you mean the EV energy hatch? It's used for the NAC coolant. Yeah, this part right here. You need rock salt in order to make the sodium potassium. I just find it very weird that it blew through all of our rock salt and not the regular salt. Yeah, we still got like 24,000, sorry, no, 10,000 salt. Yeah, I'm definitely going to put that on my list. We need to fix salt / chlorine because we need to get a proper electrolyzer for making chlorine as well. Because we're still using this silly setup of MV electrolyzers for this. It's been working so far. However, we are kind of burning through this chlorine right now. I'm not sure what this is being used for at the moment. It is burning really fast though.
That's weird that you don't know where it's going.
Oh, actually, we did start up PTFE again recently. Maybe it's... that is still kind of crazy, though. Yeah, it might be the tetrafluoroethylene. God, it's just voiding all that hydrochloric acid. That is unfortunate. Maybe we don't even need this much PTFE. Maybe we just stop that for now. Yeah. And if we go back to Market Square, we can check this. Not silly if it works. Yeah, I mean, think about it. We're in IV and this has been working still. Now, you know, not the craziest infrastructure ever, but 4 MV electrolyzers for electrolyzing salt and rock salt will get you pretty far, apparently. But we've got big boy electrolyzers now. There's no need to continue doing this. Yeah, it was definitely the tetrafluoroethylene. Electrolyzing salt. Actually, no, my whole GTNH instance is freaking out.
I wonder why.
I don't know. Is this destined to be NAC cells then? Yeah, apparently. Let me check my computer. I feel like my whole computer's freaking out. Oh yeah, GPU was like spiking like crazy. Oh, so was the CPU.
What the heck is going on with your computer?
I have no idea. Stream is looking a bit choppy right now. Yeah, I think my whole computer's just having a fit. Hopefully it'll sort itself out. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at. Yeah, it's like every time I click on NEI, GTNH freaks out. Let me exit out. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Let's disconnect. Memory is not an issue, thankfully. Oh yeah, my CPU's having an absolute fit. Well, Kat and I are about reaching the 4-hour mark anyway, so probably gonna call it here. I would imagine. Was there anything else you wanted to address, Kat, or get into, or?
No. I'm just
Okay.
working on bees. I've got to finish making the new princesses for the sulfur bees that lost their princesses.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh man.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, let's go raid Entropy Vex, okay? Thank you all so much for hanging out. It was a very productive day. Kat's first quads. Kat working on her quads, you know.
Hope you guys have a great night. Thank y'all again for hanging out with us tonight.
Oh. I accidentally hit the thing.
It's okay.
Yeah, we're done.